All right. We are going to start a little bit early. We've got some games kicking off at 7:30, so we're going to roll through them pretty quickly and basically get you guys on so you can be able to get your bets. First of all, we got 7 MLS games getting ready to kick off. So we are on MLS Wednesday here, so we're there. We also we get to see the Indiana Fever play their first game without Kate. I bet you the ratings are still good tonight's game versus the Mystics. Mystics having 2 very basically freshman sensations here, rookie sensations that should play pretty well. Looks like the starting roster, Sydney Colson is actually going to start, not Sophia Cunningham, which I kind of thought was going to roll into that role, but we'll see. So we're on a couple bets here. I like Cunningham over 8.5 points. I think she gets plenty of extra minutes on the floor. I like Jeld Melbourne to get 9.5 points. I personally have taken Sykes at 18.5 points. Aaliyah Boston's rebounds are 9.5 is something personally I've taken. I've taken Mitchell at 20 points. That is actually a play. That should actually already be out there, but I guess it's not. I think Mitchell steps up, has a pretty big game tonight. So, what's up? So do I have that listed out there as a play? Because I do think Mitchell scores 20 tonight. What number? Boy, that number's long gone. That's probably why I didn't put it out there, but I personally have taken it. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. I like the over. I got an over 161. There, the numbers jumped up to 163. I still kind of like that. I think we're going to play with there. Sonia Citron, I think, has a pretty good game tonight. I've kind of sneaky played her to score 15. You basically she's not really a guard, but they have her playing at the small forward. But tonight, it looks like she's going to be listed to play at the 2 guard. She should have a better matchup with that. You can get her to 15 points at plus 152. She's hit it twice already on the year. Should have a pretty good chance to hit it again. I like Natasha Howard being able to get some rebounds here versus pretty small Mystics team. I like to say the Wizards all the time, but Kiki Arafan, the points and rebounds numbers have gone up to 22.5. You can take it if you want it. She's probably got a chance to hit it, but that's probably right at the ceiling that it's going to be at. Maybe we wait a couple minutes and see if we can get it back to the 20.5, which is what it should be. I do like her rebounds, though. I like her chance to get a double-double tonight. So should be a very good game. It'd be nice to see how this game shakes out. And then, like I said, we got 7 MLS actions. We're going to take the Philadelphia Union. They're on the road tonight, but I still like them at minus 105. We're going to take Inter Miami. Both teams to score in over 2.5. I actually think we see 4 or 5 goals in this game versus Montreal. It should be plenty of points that basically we start to see. And then the last action I like is NYFC at home. I like that at minus 115. A couple other plays I took a Vander. Lost a little bit of the value. Score or assist at minus 125. I like Cincinnati to win this game. So if you're looking for a nice parlay piece, I kind of like that as well. And you can get them at probably a minus 176, but shop around to kind of see it there. Then we got some other games at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and we'll kind of check that on. We got Copa Sudamerica still going on. We've got some other MLS. Like I said, it should be a big MLS card. One game at 8 o'clock with Columbus Crew playing Nashville. Should be a great game. Kind of see how good Nashville actually is. And then 2 games kicking off at 8:30. So Holden will join me a little bit later. He's just not that big into the MLS and WNBA talk. So tell me what you have. Tim is hopefully Wolves extend. I like the Wolves plus 8.5. I don't really think they win the game, but we'll see. Anything can happen. Some of these games have been a little bit close. They're going to need a big game from Nasri, Jaden McDaniels, those guys to show up. And I really don't know when we started to worry about what guys look like when they're dressed walking to a game, whether it be the NBA, whether it be the WNBA, whether it be NFL. I could care less what the guy looks like getting out of the car, driving to the game. So So, all right, should be a good game. Indiana, Washington getting ready to start kickoff. What's up, Fox? What's up, Matt? Baseball's going on at that. We got the Reds and Royals getting ready to kick off. We got the Rockies and Cubs. Hope everybody tailed with me and cashed the Colorado under 9.5 because we cashed it over the weekend like we predicted. It was 6 days to go. Basically was the no sweat bet of the year. It basically was easily there. They've only won, I think, 4 games on the month. I'm waiting, looking at for the numbers. I do like Niles' points. I mean, if you're taking his points, you got to take his threes because it's there as long as they haven't moved it to 1.5. What's up, KG? Why don't I give you a link and you come on so we'll talk WNBA here. Let me know if you're interested. Hit me in the chat if you got time to jump on as we wait till Holden comes in. So, yeah, it should be a very interesting game we look at today. Let me see. What are we getting now current threes at? Because last time I saw it was pretty juiced. So I'm on a lot of things in this game. I really haven't given out anything on the Timberwolves. I'll get it out on the show. I've already made all my bets. I made them in the morning. So we'll have to see what lines are available. It's kind of a busy day. So I see minus 142 on FanDuel for his threes. I mean, I really wouldn't take it over 1.5 threes. To me, that basically becomes a parlay piece if you want to use that for your same game parlays. I like that. I do like his points, though, at 9.5. I did take that earlier in the day. So I know that was there. The juice has come up a little, minus 125. I think we got to kind of remember role players do better playing at home. I really like Caruso tonight. I think Caruso continues to see more minutes on the floor. His points was stuck to 8.5 at minus 102. So I like this. Yeah, I have no issue taking a shot at the Mystics. I threw them in a parlay at 10.5 with tomorrow's play just to have something out there. I'm perfectly fine with that. It should be a very interesting game, but I still think Indiana has a lot of firepower. I think we're going to see a pretty bigger Natasha Howard scoring mode here tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if Cunningham gets about 14 to 15 points. That was too easy. Natasha Howard layup right off the inbound pass. I mean, that was just sad. That was uncontested. Just run up there. So here's Citron. But there, Kiki has looked really, really strong game after game. I wonder how she's going to do with Boston's size today because Boston's agile enough to keep with her, so she's not going to really beat her to a place. This is the one thing I was more worried about. Sykes just shooting up some crap. And to see what the offense was. Boston's points numbers have actually last year, everybody's going off of that because they went down when Clark wasn't on the floor. Her percentage shooting has gone down from 52 to 44. What you got to look at, I mean, they went and got Sydney Colson from the Aces as a backup point guard. She gets the start. So she's already made one solid play. It's 4-0 Indiana. So I mean, I see how you're saying they're so damn good. They've been in 3 games where 1, less than 5 points. 2, they should have lost. The first game, they should have lost. I mean, you should have basically had the series at 2-2. Citron for 3. Come on. She's got to hit that. Let's go. Big Mama Steph to Kiki. Nice layup off the offensive rebound. And the Mystics get their first score, and Kiki gets theirs there. Yep. She always gets injured, KK. But, yeah, I think the ball moves better when Sykes isn't on the floor. I think Sykes is one of those players who's a very good player, but I'm not sure is the greatest team player. And I think is kind of DeMar DeRozan. She's going to get your points in that, but maybe she's not really going to get the wins. So she kind of believes in her ability a little bit too much. So That's a player who I still think should be a lot better than what she is. Big Mama Steph. She's bigger than everybody else on the floor until they put in Dantas. She can hit the three, but for whatever reason, she's inclined to be a three-point shooter. All right, so Sykes has missed 3 shots already tonight. Yeah. Mitchell gets her first shot, but there's the block by Sykes. I mean, the day any book ever gives you blocks and steals for the WNBA is a day that you basically can get ready to buy your own house. And what I mean by that is the number of steals in a WNBA basketball game is hilarious. I mean, it's just is. The number of blocks in a WNBA basketball game is hilarious. I mean, you're talking over double-digit steals every game and generally close to double-digit in blocks every single game. Yeah. Yeah, it's Sykes is better on a team when there's not really that many good players. So they're not giving up with that. Kiki with a nice rebound there. Kiki's off to a nice start here. Let's see if we can get Sykes with her 4th shot here. That's the one thing I like about Centrone. Centrone really waits for the her ability to score. She doesn't really just go. I mean, one thing you're going to want her when she gets a little more experience, that you'll want her to kind of try to take over. But she is a really wait for her opportunity. She's a player that doesn't need to have 21 shots in a game to get 25 points. Yeah, we could retire in blocks and steals in the WNBA. 100%. Books won't give defensive props. Yeah. The first book that's stupid enough that gives defensive props, you just be all over it. Don't care who it is. As long as they get minutes on the floor, I'd probably bet them steals, blocks and steals. Yep. So it should be we're off 4-2. I mean, scoring is not really what we want it to be for an over. I mean, the number's probably already gone down tremendously. Looking at this game, MLS game is kicked off already. So we're away and going. We'll see how this kind of night handles. We've got some plays on the board. We're going to have some more plays. What do you guys like in the chat? We've got the Panthers. I forgot to put the Panthers. I do like Florida Panthers tonight. Let me add that to there. We're going to add the Panthers money line. Last time I saw it was 122, so that's what I'm going to put it at. So I like the Panthers to close it out tonight. So there's Hull with their first 3, wide open 3. 7-2. Mystics need to get something going here. Going to be danger of falling way too far behind. What can we get on both teams to score in over 2.5 in the Columbia's Crew game? That's kind of what I'm leaning towards here. I think it's going to be a draw. Nashville plays a lot of draws, but they've got a little more scoring than people think. So definitely kind of looking forward here to seeing if that. We'll walk to the Wolves game here in a second as we get towards closer to 8 o'clock. Come on. Got a miss there they shouldn't have. Let's take a look at what I can get that right now at. Somehow I think I got into DraftKings favorites. I don't want favorites. My favorites page should be like 100 things. All right, so Columbus Crew, Nashville. Draws plus 255. If you want to sprinkle that, I agree with that. I think we see goals in this game. I think we see 3 or 4. I think it's a 2-2 type game. We're getting over to both teams to score in over 2.5. All right, I'm going to take that for minus 120. Let me add that to the chat. Like I said, it's going to be a big MLS game. What do we got here in the cat? I took empty net goal at 115 MGM. Where is that on MGM? I would like to take that, but where can we find that? Matt, you're going to have to tell me where I can find that because I've never been able to look for that and get that. So we're going to take Columbus over 2.5 and both teams score. All right. Let me just add that to the Discord so the members can be able to get that. And Matt's going to tell me where there's main game page. Scroll at the bottom of the list. Okay. Let's go. We're going to go Columbus over 2.5. And both teams to score. See, all of the members automatically get this. It's going to be a notification, put out a play, and everybody gets it. So, main game page. All right. I will say MGM has a lot of things in there, but it's so cumbersome to use. So, all right. So, let me get to the main game page. I assume you mean the main game page of the hockey game. Goals in the first 10 minutes. All right, let me look. All wagers, I assume. Scroll down. Team to score an empty net goal. Thank you. So I'll put a little bit on that. I'll tell you that with the Panthers to score an empty net goal plus 310. Yep. What's up, G? Like I said, anybody can always come on with me while we wait to see till Holden comes up here. I've got to log in. MGM's so finicky. I generally almost have to always just close it and restart, which is the dumbest thing ever. All right. I did think we thought we could just bet empty net goal, but we got to pick a team. But I'm fine with that. Empty net goal in the game. Oh, there is an empty net goal in the game. All right, plus 115. All right. So I'll take my shot in the Panthers plus 310, and I'll take an empty net goal to back it up at plus 115. All right. Thanks, Matt. Never found that. Like I said, I don't really use that much. Washington's sticking around here. It's 12-8. The Orioles are off to a 3-0 lead to start their game here, and the Cardinals, it's kind of done raining. Should be clear for the rest of the night. Kay, is Aaliyah Edwards back for this game? Yeah, there was no. That was, yeah. That looks like that was an Aaliyah Edwards sighting. So that's the one thing, or did what's her name just changed her hair? Whip Mystics are down 2. Citron with a nice layup. She gets on the board. Shakira Austin changed her hair. That's who that was. Okay. All right. So that was the one question when people looked at it and you were talking about, are you going to bet Kiki Irifen for Rookie of the Year or Citron? And the one issue is, if you're betting Kiki, Washington's got 2 other starting forwards, Shakira Austin, who was a high draft pick a couple of years ago, who just can't stay healthy, and Aaliyah Edwards, who was another first-round pick a couple of years ago. That's there. Both of those girls have been injured. Now those girls are back. How does those minutes kind of mesh together with Kiki's? They all play the same position. They're all a power forward. Really, none of them are really a small forward. Maybe Kiki can get away with a little small forward, but she can't really guard anybody on the perimeter with her foot speed. So I kind of feel like Washington needs to trade one of them. But because if they try to keep all three during the season, it's just they're all going to kind of share minutes. So you're going to have to get really great games from Kiki in a limited minutes, where Citron has nobody really battling for her spot at all, and should have a good chance. So Sykes has got 0 points, unfortunately. She missed 3 shots. Citron's got 2 points, 2 rebounds. 2 rebounds, 2 points there. Tasha Howard, who I said I thought she'd step up and have a pretty good game. She's got 6 and 4 already in this game. Her rebound prop was 6.5, so that was on prop. Boston, we talked about rebounds at 9.5. She's got 3. Mitchell surprisingly has no points. They should see the bench here, the Fever, and we'll see that. Yep. I don't see a blowout, Gerardo. I don't. I'm interested to see if Minnesota sees what I see, which is you got to go with Naz Reid, and you got to go with Naz Reid for greater minutes. I've been saying that from the beginning, and I'm 100% saying you if you were really going to compete in this game, he's going to have to stay on the floor a lot, because OKC has gone small. And when they've gone small, but the whole game, I continue to tell you in this game right now, I'll flat out tell you, whoever wins offensive rebounds wins the game. I don't think Minnesota sees Cancun yet. I mean, I think they probably do. I think OKC wins the game. I like Minnesota plus 8.5. I just think it's going to be if they go with the small ball, and everybody is on the small ball, because there's not a capper in the planet that hasn't told you one of his favorite bets tonight is Hardenstein under. Whether it's under points and assists, points and rebounds, under points RA. You can't open an app without someone being on Hardenstein under. Now, I'm on all 3 under. To be flat out honest with you, I do think we see a lot of the Holmgren being there, and I really think the one thing you got to do for Minnesota is you put in Naz Reid, because unlike Gobert, he can go get the rebound when it's not really next to him. Where are you seeing free throw attempts? Oh, Bet365. The one place that has more bets than anybody else can do is Bet365. Yes, I would probably bet free throw attempts. It's not a bad bet. The bets I like in this Minnesota game, I'll go through it. I'm going to post them right here in this game. I like Naz Reid to score 10 points. I think Reid has a big game tonight. I like Naz Reid points and rebounds at 14.5. He's got to be able to hit an outside shot. He didn't hit any in the other 2 games in OKC. He got some confidence playing in Minnesota. I think he's going to be able to bounce back on that up against it and really kind of get some points here. So I'm just going to be quick. So Naz Reid's one of the plays I like. We already talked about it. I love Caruso. I am on Caruso tonight. Sorry. I'm on Nickeil Alexander-Walker, points, rebounds, PRA at -106. That's a play of that. We talked about Hardenstein. I'm under his points, rebounds, assists at 15.5. I also got 16.5. I'm on SGA's assist at over 7.5. At -102. I took that for a half unit. Aaliyah's on the free throw line. Missing free throws is normal. Caruso we talked about for 8.5 points. So I will get into that. I'm on that as well. Got the -118. I think Caruso has 10, 12 points tonight. I think he's on the floor a lot. We talked about Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I'm on him for 9.5. We talked about the PRA is kind of where I tackled it. One of my biggest bets of the night is Naz Reid over 5.5 rebounds. We've been on his rebounds a lot. Again, I think he sees more time on the floor. You can get that at minus 120. When he is on the floor, he is golfing up the rebounds. So I think he'll continue to get that without any issue. Personally, I took Chet for 16.5 points. Again, goes back into my reasoning. I think he's on the floor longer. I think it's going to be there. We talked about SGA's assist already. And that's what I'm on for the OKC game. I personally lean the over, but I kind of think we're going to get a lower score here early on. And we'll see that. So Orlando City's on the board. So that's the first MLS team to score tonight. So they're up 1-0 right now versus Atlanta. So you took 6.5 points. Okay. I mean, I would probably go the PRA at 6.5 points. You can fall into 16.5 points. There's Citrone for 3. There we go. Nice shot. Actually, that was Emily Angster, KG's favorite player. Emily Angster, who's also another player who plays, again, the same position as Kiki and Austin and Edwards and all of them. So, I mean, there's kind of a logjam there. Yep, Mystics take the lead on that 3. There was a Tawana Bonner signing. Someone removed her cane and she was able to score. This Mystics have a nice, good young team. So, should be a good game. So, so that's what we'll see. I think Minnesota can keep it close. I don't like the first half at minus 5.5. I think that's a little high. First half total was 112.5, which means they think the second half is going to be less scoring than the first half. Kind of go the Citron top point score bets looking up so far. Yeah, not bad. That is definitely a good shot. I mean, it's still a lot to be decided in this game. I mean, Mitchell has yet to score. That's not going to continue. She'll get some stuff in transition here and probably get herself going. So Indiana takes the lead right before the end of the quarter, and they'll take the last shot of the quarter. And they get it down to Sophie Cunningham, who gets fouled. That's fine. She can go to the line. We'll take that. Any kind of points from Cunningham we'll take. So Tawana Bonner's got 7 points, though. She comes out of nowhere. Dust off her cane. Sophie Cunningham, best known for sleeping with the Phoenix Suns CEO. Do you guys see the post I put in there with KD and Cameron Brink? Like, he's having a whole conversation with her after the game, and all he's doing is staring at her legs, like, the entire time. like let's just see what's on your mind, KD, before like anything's going. Yeah, it's a good game. Oh, again, he's a professional athlete. I'm sure she understands that too. So, all right, so we get Cunningham to at least get on the board. It'd be nice if she hit both of them, but yeah. What can you do? Boston may wake up at some point. Also, I really kind of question what Boston's going to be able to do. Again, you look at the numbers, and again, this was last year, different team, different players. She struggled when Clark wasn't in the game. Her shooting percentage dropped by 14%. Her points dropped her on the floor by 3. And I think you had that one massive game where she had 20-something points, and I think that kind of inflated her points from her 13.5 point, but that she was kind of sitting. And now you're getting 17.5s and 18.5s daily. And really, you got to kind of lean towards the under for that, because you just wonder if she's even going to get the volume, especially if Natasha Howard is trying to score. So live bets here. We've got a 23-19 game. Looking at the one thing I would look to see is if would be Natasha Howard's rebounds. Like we said, pre-flop, we were at 6.5. That or Natasha Howard double. What's her double? Oh, it's kind of sad. Can't really get any of that. If you want to parlay Natasha Howard, that's perfectly fine. But yeah. Parlay with Citron to get 16 points here, 10 points. But yeah, there's nothing really to take live right now. It will be interesting to see if DeWanna Bonner gets this extra minutes. It won't be good for Byron's bet, but we'll see what happens here. Whether, got to remember, she started the year as a starter and then got quickly moved to the bench because she really wasn't doing anything. She was a darling to keep betting the unders. They were giving her stuff based on her days in Connecticut. So you were getting 15, 16, and she's barely scoring 8. Yep. Yeah. KJ, who were you talking about? You said you love her. She just can't buy a break. DeWanna Bonner? I think Bonner was on here to get the kind of her record, and then I think the rest of the year is kind of, she knew she wouldn't have to be the man on this Fever team. So she could take a back seat. I mean, Boston hasn't taken a shot yet. That's kind of alarming. But they're shooting 50% for the field from the Fever. Wizards are shooting just a tad under 32%. So actually 35%. They're shooting 25% from 3. That's what it was. Okay. Angsler, yes. Yeah. Another player who I think should get more run, doesn't get more run, is Emily Angsler. She's very good. She also seems the kind of person that would beat the crap out of you if you took her to a bar. More likely to pick up a biker than to pick up anything else. This is interesting, and them trying to figure out what. I mean, this is the one thing Washington's doing a pretty good job. All 4 players touched it here on that possession. Just a bad pass, and then Sykes loses the ball and throws it up. Yeah, it's not. The 18.5 is not. So far, she hasn't done shit. She's 0 for 3 from the field, and she just gave up the layup because the ball bounced off her chest. So, DeWanna Bonner continues her run at the highest scoring for the game. So. Bonner's turning back the clock here. She's got 9 points to start this game off early. Yeah, I mean, if you looked at the Fever, this Fever team gives up 52 points to guards. That's why I kind of thought that your guards for the Whit Mystics would have a better time than the forwards would be. But I will tell you right now, so far, this is not the normal Fever action. They're not running. Mitchell's not taking anything. There's not pretty much any kind of transition on Hall. For the Mystics, for 1 point, when they're turning the ball over, they're turning the ball over on a bad pass out of bounds versus a steal. What's up with the basketball? 3 people have just dropped it, dribbling it. What a terrible pass. Sykes with another turnover. And this is what the Mystics have to not do, is give up his steals. Mitchell really wants to shoot the 3. Instead, she gets it down to Boston. Boston takes her first shot and she scores easily. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be a different pace, but I thought you're still going to try to play with the same pace. you're still trying to turn them over. Caitlin Clark's not helping you turn the other team over. She's not a tremendous defensive player. Nice play by Big Mama Steph down low. Pace is starting to pick up right now, which is really what the Fever need to play with, because they need to try to tire out Big Mama Steph as much as they can, because they really don't have anybody who can guard her. There goes Mitchell, causing a foul. There you go. This is a pretty nice, sweet floater from Shakira Austin. I still think she's going to be the person that's going to be on the way out. Be a nice pickup by like a Minnesota team or something like that for their bench. Try to give Nafisa Collier some time off. All right, there goes Mitchell, who I actually still think is one of their best shooters. Wyatt Edwards could come in and play center. She can on this team because it's a pretty small ball lineup here. So what is everybody else on? I mean, we talked about different things. We got a goal for Atlanta is tied Orlando City, so it's 1-1. We got one goal for the New York Red Bulls. We need Miami and Montreal to get going. Start this MLS Wednesday off on a good note. And the one thing I will tell you is Shakira Austin is a black hole. If she touches it, it's not going back. Good shot, though. But she is definitely a black hole. If she gets it, it's definitely 100% no chance that anyone else is seeing it again. Dantas with the line drive 3. Shocking. Cunningham gets called for the foul on the rebound. Well, she started off slow, so I mean, she's kind of moving the ball to other players. And again, I mean, I didn't know Austin was going to play tonight. I didn't know Edwards was going to play tonight. I will flat out tell you that when I took that. So, Elijah Edwards, essentially, when she was playing and she was the only Mystic there, she was a player getting low-key double-doubles, low-key 12 to 14 points. Now she's playing bit part, playing small ball center. And there's Kelsey Mitchell with the hoop and the harm. Let's go, Kelsey. Let's get your act together. Yeah, I know you're on there, but I need Kelsey Mitchell to score. 15 and 20 points are probably my two biggest bets. Closing a bunch of soccer stuff. So it's 32 to 27. From a pace perspective, we're not bad. We just need the Mystics to actually score some baskets here. Yeah, I do think they figure out the issue is trying to get Sykes to figure that out. It's the second game in a row where I've seen her pass to somebody that wasn't looking and it bounced off the person's face. I mean, that's really when you're like, what the crap are you doing? No, ball's definitely not moving through her tonight at all. Yeah. They're doing a good job trying to get it down low, which you should. I mean, there's only Boston there, and I mean, they brought in Dantas finally, but Sykes in the paint, and it's going to be a floater, and it'll be another miss. Cunningham with the rebound. Mitchell's going to pull up here. She misses it. Kiki gets another rebound, which is nice to see. Over to Citron. Reverse layup. Rolls out, but it's a rebound by Edwards, and Edwards scores. Get some points. Yeah. Bad call on Sykes. Yeah, it's not going to happen tonight. I've already kind of rolled off Sykes is there. I just need the other players to get going. Let's see if she can at least take some threes here and we can hit the 3 bet. Cunningham's going to complain, ask for a replay. She's not that girl. That's my only issue with Cunningham. When you put her and Caitlin Clark together, I mean, I'm not sure there's any two players more that are going to bitch and moan about every call. Yeah, I mean, it's not just Edwards. It's Austin. There's only so many. There's one basketball, and you've only scored 29 points, and you legitimately probably now have 6 scorers that could really score. So yeah, it's 6 scorers. We're not getting 18.5. Again, it almost looks like the Fever are playing great defense, and they're not really. The Wizards have thrown the Mystics have thrown the ball. I keep saying the Wizards. Just want to say the Wizards. The Mystics have thrown the ball away a ton in this game already. If you look at the stats, I think they've got 7 turnovers. Yeah, they got 7 turnovers. So Fever aren't doing that much better. They've got 7 as well. So that's 14 turnovers and a half, which is why you look up and the score's 32-29. But you look at that score and on pace for the over, you just need 80 points. We need 80 points here to be on pace for the over, and we're not that far off, and we still got time. So it'll be interesting to see if Sykes starts taking more threes here instead of trying to do that fadeaway shot. All right, we do got a goal by the Houston Dynamo. Not good. And we got a goal by Charlotte to tie up the game with the Red Bulls. The Sky to retire Candace Parker's jersey. Like, you wouldn't have already done that? Why is that like a news flash? We are about 30 minutes in the NBA going. We went through the plays that were going. We're rocking. I personally am rocking as well as what were included. Conley, 2.5 rebounds again. Holmgren, 60.5 points added with that. Oh, I didn't put the assists. I just put over 7.5. That's my bad. Yeah, I definitely do think that there's some times she ball hawks from the rookies and not the other vets. Correct. I also think this coach is better than last year's coach, so maybe he's also kind of talked to her. So this guy seems to have a little bit better of a clue, and the players seem to respect him a little bit more. I will say sometimes the WNBA has like the worst camera angles that you can see. It's like they only have like 2 cameras. It looks like nothing from the left side. It's always from the right side and under the basket. All right, now we got the camera look from behind. I would look at that and say it rolls off her knee. Of course, she's going to complain, whine, ask for the challenge. The announcers. The only way I think you challenged there is you were looking for a foul called, not the out of bounds call. I am interested to see that it's Kelsey Mitchell basically talking to them more than Natasha Howard. I would have thought it would have been Natasha Howard just kind of becomes the role. I'm sure DeWanna Bonner, when she's in there, kind of comes the voice. Because to me, the Wizards need a point guard. I mean, the Mystics need a point guard. Like, I would trade one of my forwards, try to get a guard. All right, Kiki gets blocked. She's looking for a foul, no call. Looks like it's tipped. Dantas with the nice block. Yeah, Kiki's having a nice game. Sykes for three. There's one. There we go. Maybe that signs up. Sykes gets 1-3. Let's go. Sykes is up to 4 points. And we get an offensive foul on the Fever. I bet you Sykes shoots another one before the end of the half. Not saying she's going to make it, but I guarantee she will shoot another one before the end of the half. She saw one go in. There's another shot coming. Guaranteed. All right, here comes Sykes. She's going to take another shot, of course, because she just made one. She was looking for the foul. She's going to lay on the ground, talk to the ref. Citron almost with a great steal. Citron has so much length that I didn't realize. Like, I thought she was more diminutive guard, but she's got so much size and plays like a two guard. Who's Austin? She didn't play last game. I'm not sure from WI. Shakira Austin. Shakira Austin was the Mystics' best player back when Elena Deladon played. So the issue is she was hurt. She was hurt all of almost the entire. I mean, I think she played 4 games last year. But before that, she was a pretty good player. I mean, her rookie year, she had 8 points. Second year, she had 10 points. Each year, though, she's only played a max of 32 games played in 4 seasons, this being the 4th season. So she was a 10-7 player her sophomore year where she actually got into games there. But she's only played her freshman year, rookie year, 32 games. After that, she played 17 the next year. Then she played 11. And this is her first year. So she's typically, I would say, a 10-7 player with actual points. She's actually a pretty good thing. Yeah. Austin has the skill level. Again, it's a first-round draft pick they picked up years ago to be a very good player. There's some things you don't like about her game, which is she's extremely selfish. She's an extremely hothead. But she does make them a better team if she plays team basketball. Yep. Come on, Jade. There you go. Jade Melbourne with her first baskets. I really like her game. Sophie Cunningham. Oh, Hull's picking out her. And she's going to get fouled. Melbourne is the starting point guard for Australia. She's actually played very, very well when she's getting the chance. She's my type of point guard that you like. Someone who just understands, doesn't really need to score, would rather assist than score. But she gets in the open floor. She does tend to be able to make enough baskets. So, again, I thought this was going to be more of an open floor game. But again, we're 14 points away here from being on pace for the over. So, as much as I thought this was going to be a higher pace, we're not terrible tonight. It's not like we're in the 40s here. I was interested to look at the attendance to see if how many people probably backed out because Clark Day wasn't going. Because this game is in Baltimore. If you're not aware of this, this game is not in Washington. This is for some reason they play the Fever twice, and they play them twice in Baltimore. They don't actually play them in DC. Oh, nice. Nice give and go there from Natasha Howard. It's 35-34. Let's see. Sykes has not taken that second three yet, and she gets the ball stolen. Come on, Kelsey. Pull up. Take the three. No, she pulls it back out. Kicks it out to Howard, who's been standing in the paint for like 9 years, and they call her for it. All right, it's a good game. It's 35-34, 241. Anybody's game. KG's right in the 4.5. Let's see. Do we have confirmed lineups yet for OKC in Minnesota? I don't expect any changes except, yep. Nope. What kind of game do we think Randall has tonight? I kind of feel like he has to show up. He had a very good game at OKC the very first game, so he's got to feel like he can score here. But, and he's basically been invisible. We've got some goals. Inter Miami is on the board. Goal scored by Lionel Messi. 1-0. Orlando City has taken the lead back. There's three goals already in that game in the first half. FC Cincinnati, who we talked about, is taking the board. Bucco with the goal. Yedlin Urano got the assist. Udurk Red Bulls got another goal. There's 3 goals. Nashville and Columbus, who we talked about. We've got 1 goal already in Nashville and Columbus. We got 8:30. We got 2 games getting ready to start. Austin, Real Salt Lake. Austin's a terrible team. Real Salt Lake is a terrible team. This game is already being delayed because of weather concerns. Any weather games I don't like to play. We got a very interesting game with San Diego FC playing versus Seattle. And the reason I say it's very interesting, San Diego FC has been the better team, but you're getting him at plus 300. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if anybody right now is out for San Diego tonight. To me, this is another both teams to score and over 2.5. San Diego, like I said, has been a very good team, but they have conceded as well. They beat Seattle early already in the season, 3-0 when they played them earlier. Let me see who's playing in the lineup. Dreyer's playing. Good. That's generally the main guy for San Diego is Anders Dreyer. Seattle's going through kind of a changing of the guard, but they're a very good team at home. They haven't lost at home since 2024. Is the one thing I question is the reason why it's probably plus 300. Let's see. What can we get both teams to score in over 2.5? Because I think it's going to probably be a 2-1 Seattle game. Let's see. We go to DK. DK gives you better both teams to score in over 2.5. So if anybody's wondering why I'm using DK for some and FanDuel for the others, for both teams to score in over 2.5 is always better for whatever reason at DK. So I'm trying to see what we can get that at. If we can get that at a decent price, I'll probably take that. And I might just take Seattle to win the game too, because they're so good at home. Ooh, plus 100. All right, I'm going to take that for a half unit, plus 100. And then I'm going to take Seattle just to win the game at minus 20. Shakira Austin has got 12 points tonight. She really scored that many already? Yeah, she got 12 points off the bench, 5 of 6. Kicking ass. Sounders money line. We're going to take that at DK. And we're going to take that for a half unit. And we're going to take both teams to score at over 2.5 goals at plus 100. And we're also going to take that at DK for a half unit. 35-35. Dantas does not realize the shot clock's going off, and Emily Angsler is going to get called for a foul. And, of course, they're going to walk to the other side and yell and complain and can't be me. Nobody ever fouls in any of the basketball leagues. I mean, I definitely agree with the one announcer basically says, I think it is Reggie Miller, that basically says, if you tell me to challenge and the foul's on you, it should be a $5,000 fine. Or if it's out on you or you know it's there, you didn't realize it, it's like, yeah, it should be a $5,000 fine. Personal club fine. You're taking the team out to dinner, whatever it might be. Now, obviously, it can't be that much than WNBA because that would be like a month's salary. But, yeah. 37-35. I think we're going to get our 80 points in the first half here pretty easily. Here comes Sykes. Hangs in, gets the roll. There she goes. And she's flexing for whatever reason. It's 37-37, and you're flexing. She's up to 6 points, so I guess that means a flex. If you get 6 points in the WNBA, you should be flexing all over. I will have to say congratulations to Angel Reese. She became the first player, it was shocking, that had 300 points and 300 rebounds, and she did it in 44 games. So not the first ever player, but she did it the fastest. And she did it in, I believe, 12 less games than Tina Charles. So again, there are some things about her game that actually do translate. Though she does get most of the rebounds on her own misses. So 39-37. It's a good game. Oh, no. Somebody told Sug Sutton she can score. 39-39. Yeah, we're going to get this. Let's get this over pretty easily. Kelsey Mitchell with a brick. Sykes with the rebound. Mystics trying to push for the last minute. Yeah, but there was some, again, you're getting a double-double for what, 16 straight games? And one for Citron. There we go. You're getting so many double-doubles for what, 16, 18 straight games? What was it? That's 180 points right there. So, again, a couple of those double-doubles were highly skeptical. As why I kind of, when they all, she got so many double-doubles in a row. Well, 3 of those, nobody would have ever got. One game, they were up by 15, and the coach put her in, and the whole team knew just to throw it down to her with the last 35 seconds so she could get it. Another double-double is they were down 15, and they were just going down to her to get the double-double instead of shooting threes. And, I mean, there's players on her team that were like, yeah, we were told just to pass it to her. So, yeah. Kelsey Mitchell gets fouled here. This should give me my first half over. And I'm on pace for the full game over. And also gives me my Kelsey Mitchell points, which Citron's got 5 and 5. Actually, sorry, that's her. That's not her box score. That's her regular. Citron's got 7 and 3. Kiki's got 4 and 3. Sykes has got 6 and 3. We talked about Shakira Austin. She's got 13 and 2. Really good start for her. Dewana Bonner's got 9 and 2. Natasha Howard's got 10 and 5. Sykes with the last 46, like not even putting the mouthpiece in her mouth. Okay, she's going to stop to correct that, which means here comes the 3. And instead, we're going to get an illegal screen. So, not a great start for Cunningham in the first half. Not a great start for Mitchell, 6 points. Boston with only 3. And somehow, we still have 82 points scored in this game. So, definitely divvying out the points among the players. All right, Fever get the offensive rebound. Getting ready for the OKC game to start. They're calling a foul? They're not calling a foul here. It was just an offensive rebound. Second goal in Cincinnati. It's 2-0. Let's go. It's like I said, it was a good parlay piece. Couldn't take it at minus 140 by itself, but yeah. Goal scored by Denke on the penalty. Citron with the steal. Coast to coast. Another basket for Citron. That's 9. Let's go. Let's get this. DeWanna Bonner at the clock. Tries to draw a foul. Doesn't get the call. 44-40. Mystics lead at the half. Got a half to go. But definitely, we've talked about this Washington team. Me and KG talked about they're much better than we thought on our power rankings of preseason through the year. Than they were. But this Fever team does not look that good at all without Caitlin. But we say that, but somehow they've scored 40 points. Just everybody getting points here or there. Mitchell with 6, Howard with 10, Bonner with 9, not the players you thought. Boston only has 3. Hull only has 4. 2 points for Sophia Cunningham. Thought she'd get more time on the floor. Definitely did not happen. Yeah, Jermaine, that's not a good way. It's not a bad way to take one play, especially if you're going for a score. I mean, you went for highest point scorer in the game. I mean, you're still alive on that. Shakira Austin's still not going to get a ton of minutes here, especially in her one of her first game backs here. So probably only plays another 5 or 6 minutes this game. So, but again, she is a ball hog when she comes in. So. But she's 5-6 on the floor right now, and you're also playing a team that doesn't have a lot of size, which is what I told you the Fever's issue. That's why I said when people said who they are, they're the Golden State Warriors. They want to shoot from the outside 3. They just have no size. If they play a team with decent size, they're going to be able to score against them. And that's kind of what you're seeing the Mystics do. I think they only hit 1 3. They've hit 2 threes. So they're 2 for 5 from 3 from a Mystic side. And the Fever are 2 for 8. Mitchell's 1 for 5 from 3. Colson's 0 for 2, who should never be shooting. Bonner's 1 for 2, but that includes the last 3-second shot they threw up here. And we're going to add Mr. Holden. He's tired of listening to WNBA talk. He's here to discuss.
I'm putting socks on, man. You put me on too fast.
I apologize. Oh, not much. So we got a lot of WNBA talk. We've been talking for the last hour. Carolina Hurricanes are on the board first at 1-0, trying to stave off elimination. And then we've got the OKC Minnesota game to get talk. If I'm not sure what you're on. So
I tell you, here's what I did. I like the Naz Reid points, and I like the Naz Reid rebounds, and I took Reid's rebounds and I put him with Caruso to get 6 points because the number was just horrible by the time I got on it. And then the other one I put down today was just a numbers manipulation play where I took the Thunder minus 3.5 and SGA to get 30.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
It's not a bad play.
That's what I got. Did Mel drop by? She won us some money again the other night.
Mel has not been by. We got no hockey play from Mel.
Oh, Gerardo. There he is. Gerardo's right there. Speak of the devil, right at the same time.
Gerardo's here. I expect some pseudo Americana from Gerardo, but I haven't got any.
Pseudo Americano. This is it for the Timberwolves too, right? Done. Like,
I
don't know how they're going to win this thing.
Yeah, I do think. I think they cover. I don't think that they win the game.
I don't even know if they covered, dude. They've just been completely dominated this series. Domination, dude.
Yeah.
It's been bad.
The whole game, it comes down to one thing. Offensive rebounds. OKC is shooting 60% from 3 off an offensive rebound. They're shooting the majority of their made threes off offensive rebounds. in 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
If they could keep them off the glass, and if they're going to go smaller, they need to keep them off the glass because that's what OKC is doing. OKC is going with Chet as the lone 5, and Minnesota's not punishing him for doing that because you're getting nothing from Randall. 6-7 points. He got to that first half in the first game, and then after that hasn't given you anything. So that's why we talked about everybody and their mothers on Hardenstein's unders. Because strictly his minutes have declined. So they basically think he's not going to be on the floor as much. So if he's not on the floor as much, then his numbers are inflated. If his numbers aren't inflated, they're doing a great job keeping Ant off the board. And they're making the other guys beat him. And in OKC, Naz Reid could not make a shot. He could not make a 3 to save his life. He went to Minnesota and he was drilling 3s. I'm wondering if that confidence comes back, gets to OKC, and he can sit here and he can get some points. I think Naz Reid has to play more minutes than Rudy Gobert, strictly for the vehicle of limiting offensive rebounds.
So
Rudy Gobert doesn't really go after it when it's not in his zone.
Any live betting targets that maybe we should look at? Ant's points is up to 26.5 right now. I don't know if at any point in time we would want to get on some Ant Edwards points. We've got rebounds as well. Jalen Williams is sitting at 5.5, but the juice is, the best juice you can find is -25 around. So I just wonder if you think there's any live betting targets that you saw before the game starts that you're just not comfortable with hitting and that maybe we can hit once we're in play.
I like Nah to have a really good game today. So I think you could probably get him because he's not going to start. Similar to Naz Reid, depending upon how this game goes. Again, I think you're going to look at Randall. You're going to look at Williams. Williams 3s is probably an interesting play if he gets going early. You only have 1.5. Dante DiVincenzo, as well as he played in Minnesota and coming here, and for them still to lose for that. DiVincenzo's points are at 2.5 for the first quarter.
Okay.
You know he's going to jack up a 3. You know he's going to get an opportunity. It's small amount of minutes, but those small amount of minutes is going to be a 3-point shot. I wish Chet was at 4.5 for the first quarter. I'm probably going to play Chet to score 6 points. I'm going to look at those kind of markets. Looking at, but yeah, the guys I really like in this game, I like SGA. I think I'm interested to see if he puts on his cape or he just kind of relaxes in the beginning. But it'll be very interesting to see. I think Randall's going to go right after it to begin with. If he can stay out of foul trouble, I think he can get that. You can get Terrence Shannon to score 5 points at +110 as an additional player prop they just put on FanDuel.
Interesting.
What
do you think about it?
He's coming in and shooting the basketball. He's done it in 2 straight games in Minnesota. Yes, players play well, but if he's going to get the minutes, 5 points is a joke. I'll play almost anybody to score 5 points who's going to get minutes.
Okay. And then any personal plays that you didn't post?
Oh, there's a ton. We went through and we talked about them.
Give me a couple.
DiVincenzo 2.5 points the first quarter.
Okay.
Nah for 9.5 points. Nah for PRA at 14.5.
So Nah points is what you're on.
Yeah. Nah and PRA 15.5. Sorry. I like McDaniel's PRA at 19.5. I like a double of Williams and Holmgren at 20 and 15. 20 for Williams and 15 for Holmgren.
Okay.
I like an OKC SGA 25 and 6 assists at -118.
Okay. It's a lot.
I've got a lot in this game.
You got a lot in this game.
I think we're going to see some I think early on the pace is going to be a little bit slower, and then I think it's going to pick up. I'd love to see the total drop to about 215, 216, because I'll jump on the over.
Yeah, this just to me, and I know Gerardo's on OKC -8. I just don't know how the Timberwolves hang into this thing. They've just been completely dominated. Ant has maybe had 2 games in this series where he's looked like Ant. And the supporting cast just isn't getting it done, Fox. It's ugly, man. I'm actually hoping Minnesota jumps out to a lead so I can get a better number. That's the only live betting target I'm on. Yeah, I know I'm already on them at 3.5, but
they're completely dominated. You're talking about a 2-point win and a loss by 40. Those are the last 2 games.
Yeah.
So how is that a complete domination?
Go look at the first 3 games.
Okay, let's talk about halftime. Halftime of the first game was Timberwolves up by 4.
Beautiful, because if the T-Wolves are up by 4 tonight at halftime, I'm back in the OKC. That's it.
The second game, again, just there, you had a Thunder by 8, up by 4. Again, the third quarter has been the nemesis for OKC and for Minnesota. They've got to come out.
That then the OKC to win the third quarter.
Last time I saw it was 5.5.
That's a lot. But then again, they've been beating the hell out of them. So it's not 5.5 ain't that much, I guess.
Correct. They've been winning by 12 when they've won it. So if you want to take that early third quarter bet, let me see what it's at right now. It's 1.5, actually. I'll take the 1.5.
Yeah, I think 1.5 is a bet that we got to look at. So you're going to hit that.
Yeah, I'll hit it. I just hit it for a unit.
So quarters. Well, good. I'm glad we're talking through things here. You got to go through quarters, third quarter. See, on DraftKings, it's 3. So we got to hit that on FanDuel.
Yeah, it's a little juice, though. -122.
Let me see if there's another shop that'll give you 1.5. 1.5 seems like a whew. If DraftKings is at 3, I don't see anybody giving a 1.5 besides for FanDuel. So we're just going to have to pay a little juice on that. You just search around and see if we can find something else. Third quarter, second quarter. There we go. Third quarter.
Yeah, we got a little lull in MLS here. The next game, basically, we talked about Seattle and San Diego. We'll be kicking off here. But then after that, the next game's not going to start till 10:15.
So we got time. All right, let me get this bet in here. It's 2.5 and 3 everywhere else. So that's actually a really good number that we're getting, even though it's -122. I have no problem hitting that.
Yeah.
Let's go. So add that to the list. OKC -1.5, third quarter.
I'm not watching hockey.
I like that bet. You want me to throw it in the chat, or is that going to be a personal play?
Yeah, we can throw it in the prop play. We've got a power play here for Florida. We got a little scrum.
All right, let me go put that in there for you. And we'll be set. And I think we got everything we need to do that we need going into this game.
Sykes' total is now 14.5. For those who are wondering, Citron is 15.5 right now. She's right there at 9 points. Tasha Howard's at 18.5. Kelsey Mitchell's at 15.5.
We're low energy tonight. It's my fault. I'm low energy tonight.
Okay. I'm low energy tonight. Okay.
I'm low energy tonight.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't feel low energy.
6:35 a.m. I gotta get up, go to freaking swim practice at 7 a.m. Swim practice is rough, dude. Swimming's rough. It's a rough sport to have your kids in. They enjoy it. So, oh man, the meets are 7 hours and they race like 4 times for 4 total minutes.
Oh, they have a meet tomorrow? Okay, so not practice.
No, practice. Practice is what I've been going to. A meet Saturday.
For what age group?
I got a 7 and a 10.
Okay.
It's not fun.
So, just to let you know, but you never know who you're swimming with. My wife at that age did competitive swimming and stuff for that for the the club and everything. And she ended up competitive swimming on her team. She's got pictures of it where they're all holding their medals and stuff. And one of those people holding the medals that it was on her swim club team was Michael Phelps.
Get the fuck out of here. She swam with Michael Phelps. Does
Correct.
she hang out with him still? Does she know him?
Yeah, he was a couple years older. So, yeah.
Man, that's amazing.
Yep.
What I've been doing is
you never know who your daughter's swimming with. It could be somebody famous.
Could be. Yeah. What I've been doing is getting all the Olympians, all the women, and I've been tracking them down and asking them to make like a 60-second video for my daughter, like a hype video. It's pretty cool. A couple of them have done it.
Oh, neat.
The last one I need to get is Katie Ledecky, though, and she is impossible to track down. And I've talked to her before. I just don't know where to find her. So,
Maryland, isn't she?
Huh?
Isn't Ledecky in Maryland?
Yeah, but I mean, I can't fly out to Maryland. I'm not going to do that. She's
show up at our house. I mean, I just need your name to make a hype video for my daughter. Yeah. So, yep.
Yeah, just make a hype video. That's it. My daughter loves it. And actually, you know what? I think you might be able to. She has her own hype videos. That sucks. Oh, well. But that's something I really want to get to. I want to find her. I want to track her down, and I want to have Katie Ledecky. This girl, Reagan Smith, who's won in this. What's her other one? Lily King, this breaststroke. And that's it. So it's fun, man. It's fun finding them and then showing them to her because she's like, holy shit, this is amazing. But I got to track these girls down. Here we go. Game's about to begin. Yeah, this is totally on me, by the way. I'm the one with the low energy.
Yeah, Matt always giving us the better number at 365 for like the
bet $3.65. Now I'm completely banned. I can't even bet $3. Yeah, fuck them. I hate them. Absolutely hate them. There's
so
no
how
reason
did the boys do in motorsports this weekend?
Oof.
I mean, I kind of figured because there's so many races, if you're not going to hit one of them, it's going to be a rough time. It's because there's just so many. You're betting the Indy, you're betting NASCAR, you're betting trucks, you're betting what's the other Formula One? Yeah.
It's been bad.
Yeah.
Let's not make any bones about it. It's been bad, man.
Did they have a serious? Was there a serious show?
We did a serious show this last week. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We're still doing the serious show. I just don't know. Keg will keep doing that, but I think outside of that, there's not going to be a lot of keg until probably July when we start getting ready for football. So,
well, we'll get today. Midnight tonight is the deadline for college players to stay in the draft or after that, and after that, we should get some props. That we should be able to get for the NBA draft. So,
the draft props are coming out. That's beautiful. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Once we now know who's in the draft, and we'll start doing workouts and things of that nature. And there's already been some workouts, but not really by the bigger guys. All right. Ant goes right to work. Kick out Jaden McDaniels. Missed 3. Gets his rebound. Misses that. Gobert gets their offensive rebound. Kick out the Randall. Randall missed 3. Bam, he hits the 3. There you go, Randall. It's a good start for Randall. 3 points.
They're going to need a lot of that out of Randall. A lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, but Randall's 3s is generally at 1.5.
He's got one more then. That's it. That's it, bro, Chacho. All right, now you got me wanting to get in touch with Katie Ledecky again, so I need to find her ass. The baseball board, it's always fun having baseball. Watch baseball all day. Had a good day at DFS. Didn't have a good day betting, but what do we got? 4 games going on right now, and my Cubs are leading the Rockies 1-0 in the third. Just seems like there's not going to be a lot of runs scored this series because
you saw you cashed your I cashed the 9.5 on Saturday. You should have been paid for the Rockies.
Okay.
So
I got paid for the Rockies. Okay.
If you took the bet, you should have. They cleared 6 days early. They had no other way to hit the bet. Everybody's wondering. We're waiting. I keep checking DraftKings for them to post June and to post what they're going to put the Rockies.
Oh, yeah, we hit a Rockies bet. That's right. All right, I'm saying under 9.5, but yeah, under 9.5 wins. So they're going to place it at what, 7.5? You'd think?
Yeah, I guess at 7.5. I'm going to see who they play, and I'm probably still going to take the under.
That's going to be tough, though. That's 7.5 is going to be tough.
They're 5.
I mean, can they play any worse than they played? 9-46. Can they play any worse? You know what? I guess that would be 2 months of wins would be 9 or 10 wins. Are they going to win 7 in 1 month? So they open with they've got a game with the Mets, 1 game. And then they got the Marlins. And then more of the Mets, and then the Giants, and then every one of these teams is good. Then the Braves. All right, then we get to the Nationals, then the Diamondbacks, the Dodgers, and all the teams that they're playing in June are going to the playoffs except for the Nationals. Yeah, that's under 7.5.
If that's
probably the Marlins.
Give us, that's the number they give us. We're looking now. Again, I played. Like you only played strictly of winner of like most wins. So when I took the Phillies, I also took the Phillies as the best NL East number, which you also get. And you actually get pretty nice there. You got 2.8 to 1. So.
Who has the best record this month?
Right now it's the Phillies.
The Phillies do have the best record this month. Okay.
Phillies have the best record this month. But they also have 1 extra game left than any of the teams that are combined with them. Okay.
So they're going to win that bet.
But their game today was postponed.
So we should be taking weather into account.
Well, it's possible. Weather's definitely having an account. And a lot of people are saying weather's having an account in the baseball. There's Holmgren from 3.
Chester.
So it is something to take into account when you're looking at this. So
now hold on real quick. You wanted to take the over, right? In this game, if it got down to a certain number.
I did.
Let me see here. They lost 217.5. You wanted to wait for what? 215?
Yep.
Okay.
Holmgren's got 5.
Yeah, everywhere's 215.5. Or 217.5, I should say. We can't get the 215 yet. And then what do you think about the Knicks and the Pacers series now? I think the Knicks can pull game 5 off, but
I think the Knicks can pull game 5. Yep. I think they've kind of figured out what works and what doesn't work, and I think they can pull out game 5. Yep.
Yeah. But we need I might hedge those over 5.5 bets tonight if Minnesota can get a big enough lead.
It's not a bad move. Yep.
Yeah. If Minnesota can get a big enough lead, I'll do that. But right now they're just, what do they got? 3 points in the first 4 minutes. So it's struggle bus right now for them.
Well, you hit the 1-3 off the one offensive board, and then after that, they haven't got anything.
Yeah, they got nothing.
Going down to Gobert, you had a misplay by Conley.
I mean,
another block by.
Is that Hartenstein with a block?
Yep.
I'll update the baseball board real quick. St. Louis, Baltimore, if any of you guys got action in that one. Still 5-4, St. Louis on top. They put up a 3 spot in the top of the 5th. They're now in the 6th. They got runners 1st and 2nd, and nobody out. Home runs in this one, Brendan Donovan. That would be the only home run in that game. Kansas City, Cincinnati. I love this guy on the mound for Kansas City tonight, Noah Cameron. He has come out and really dominated again. Not a lot of strikeouts, but 5 shutout innings, 2 hits. Hunter Green looking like Hunter Green again. The strikeouts aren't there though, but 4 innings a run and 3 Ks, 1-0 KC in the middle of the 5th inning. Cubs up on the Rockies 1-0 bottom of the 3rd. And in this one, Seiya Suzuki with an RBI double. Matt Boyd, 3 shutout innings, a hit and 5 Ks. And then last but not least, Toronto, Texas, and they're scoreless about halfway through that game. Actually, middle of the 3rd, so they're not halfway through that game. 2 other games coming up later on tonight. Yankees, Angels, Washington, Seattle. I expect Seattle to put up a bunch of runs against Williams. And then Matty gave out the Angels run line plus a run and a half tonight. with Kikuchi on the mound against the Yankees. Actually, I should go look at the Mariners team total.
All right.
That might be something I'm interested in.
Well, we got
not bad.
For what, 9 points to start the game?
Yeah, not a lot going on.
Yeah, it's 11-3 to start it off. Minnesota not playing with a lot of energy, it looks like here. Definitely kind of hitting that shot and then kind of feeling kind of we got 5 minutes to go that have gone off in the Mystics game. It's 48-50. Kiki's up to 8-4. Citrone's at 9-4. Sykes is at 8-3. Surprised she hasn't attempted another 3 here.
I can't do it, Fox. I'm just not interested in betting it if Caitlin Clark isn't active. Isn't that crazy?
Why?
I don't know. How you been doing in it?
Fine. Okay. I mean, yesterday we did the bigger bets we hit. We hit. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, with Griner out, basically looking at Ryan Howard's rebounds every single night. I look at that as with Alicia Gray at 5 rebounds. They came there. Yeah. You get some soft markets. Now, it would be extremely soft if they actually gave us all the players and we weren't kind of like just guessing with like a couple players you picking here and there. But yeah, like Sykes is not doing a good game for us, but it's interesting to see this Fever team for the first game without Caitlin.
Mm-hmm.
Doing pretty good with some of the other players that we chose. So we'll kind of see how that comes out in the end. But yeah, it's better when we have more than one game to choose from too. So Boston's got going a little bit here. She's at 7-4. So already scored more points this quarter than she scored the whole first half. So it's going to be an interesting game to look at this Fever. But it's not a question. So right now, the plays to look for are, if you want to play highest probability, Ryan Howard, 4.5 to 6 rebounds every night with Griner out. If Griner's back, I'd go back to Brianna Jones and look for her double-double and look for her rebounds. Griner seems to occupy the other team's center, so then Jones has the advantage on size-wise versus whoever the power forward is in for the other team. Those have been kind of the high-probability wagon-type plays so far in the WNBA. Clark assist, obviously, when she was in, has been playing real well. Jonquel Jones over 1.5 threes. She's attempting 5 a game. She's hit the over 2 threes. You're getting plus 150 to plus 175, depending upon the game. Multiple times. She's hit it 2 in a row. Good chance for that to be able to occur. Fading the Chicago Sky is a good room. But with that said, still probably taking reset 12.5 rebounds is a very good thing. She continues to hit her numbers at 13, 14 rebounds in the game before, had a nice double-double. Sky Watcher-Atkins, she should start to get bored. I finally got on board for the first time with Sky at 21 the last game versus Phoenix. Should be able to get him board with this versus Dallas tomorrow night. Paige Becker's PRA has been continuing to hit at a nice steady rate. So there's a lot of things to still love and hit in these series besides just Caitlin Clark props. Because quite frankly, Caitlin Clark props, because of how well she's done, there's not a lot of things you can bet unless you're betting PRA, which is very, very high, and she must score points, or you're throwing in her parlays with like 20 points and 10 assists, or 10 assists and 6 rebounds, those kind of things. Or you're betting her threes, which again, their threes only hit 1 game all year where she got 4s. Actually 2 games this year. Sorry, she got 4. So there's some other things to kind of look for, and that we continue to there. Gabby Williams rebounds. It's hit in 3 straight games, so 4.5, and you got plus money for that. Nafisa Collier continues to be a beast. It'll be very interesting with Kayla McBride coming back. Kind of curtailed some of her scoring from the first game back. But with her back, the Minnesota Lynx might be number 1 or number 2 in the league right now. So Aces look like they have some trouble. So there's a lot of things to still bet. I've already started to gear up and start to break down. People know from my Discord, CFL. So we broke down quarterbacks for the CFL changes. A lot of changes there. And CFL starts in a month, and that's another thing I love to get going. So it's 13-5. Our early run 13-7. Minnesota's got it back here within distance. Just relax. We still got a game here.
Everything's fine. We're going to be okay.
Cancun is really not there yet, so
we'll be okay. Yeah, there's nothing to worry about right now. I'm trying to create a room in the Discord for stocks. The guys want to talk stocks.
Yeah, we do that in the other one.
And nobody talks about DFS with us, so
well, you give Gerardo a free membership. He'll talk stocks. He talks the most in the older Discord.
I'm the old guy. I don't even have any Bitcoin. I just am hoping to retire on Apple and the tech market. That's about it. My first share of Apple was 2007 or 2008. It's been a while.
Nothing wrong with that. I invest my son's money as well, and he's invested for 2 years now. And I mean, we're at 12% for there, and we really only invest in like 3 or 4 things. 90% of it is in Spider, the S&P Spider. So
yeah.
And then the other one we play around with. So Bitcoin, Solana, those kind of things.
Why the hell?
Not a financial professional, just my opinion only.
Yeah. Well, it sucked getting my ass kicked for a while there, but everybody did, and I think we're fine now.
But you got to understand, unless you were trying to take the money, I mean, if you're trying to go out there and day trade, okay, that's fine. But there are tax complications anyway, so you sometimes want the market to go down just to be able to offset.
Yeah, that was scary, man. So that was scary, dude.
It's all hyperbole.
No.
It's just sit back and relax.
Well, you can't relax when you're living off of capital gains for the last freaking.
Okay, with you, it's a little bit different because you're living off that investment of things. So you're actively using the money. But I watch people that go nuts that have no major purchases that they're buying, and you're not doing anything really with that money needed for 5-10 years, and they're going nuts because the market went down. People in my family go nuts, and I said, why? It's a sale. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be buying. I was like, 100% we're buying it. Everything's on sale right now. This is Black Friday. This is go find a company that's stable and don't worry about it. And that's all you need to do. So far, Naz Reid needs to change his shoes. He's fallen down twice. So DiVincenzo was in the game early.
That's what we want to see.
Yep, Naz is in the game early. And so far, he dribbled down the court and fell down, and then he went to cut and fell down. So don't know if it's his shoes, don't know if it's Stickum, but this is where, I mean, they just got it down to 6, and then OKC scores the last 2 baskets off this. So Mystics are up 5 right now. KG's bet of the Mystics plus 4.5 is looking good.
Who's the girl with the long legs?
Cameron Brink.
Did you see him checking her legs out tonight? It was hilarious.
Yeah, I posted that in
I absolutely loved it. Loved it.
Katie's having a conversation with her, and he's just staring at her legs the whole time. I mean,
I don't blame him.
And she's a good looking girl, but yeah,
she's got legs. She knows how to use. And then when you're a KD, I mean,
this is an easy basket.
Like Shaq has a wife that's 5'2", and he's a giant, right? So he just flips her around. But KD might like taller women. He obviously liked that.
All right, Mitchell's hit her second 3 here. Here comes the fever. Cut it down to 4.
7.
So in order to cash that 1 bet, we just need Sykes to make an attempt 1 more 3. And the Wizards answer right back.
Dude, it's 22-7 Thunder. This is nasty again. Just an ass whooping. Complete ass whooping. 7 points in the first 10 minutes almost of the quarter. I mean, this is insane.
And can't get a call. He should have got a call right there for the foul.
just an absolute hammering right now. I mean, I'm not even going to be able to hedge. I know we've seen comebacks in these playoffs, but I think the will of the Timberwolves is just going to be
imagine how good that Katie's going to be for between Katie and Brink. Yeah.
What's that?
Jermaine's saying, you imagine how good that kid's going to be if his father's KD and Cameron Brink.
That would be probably a good kid, no doubt. No doubt. The kid would be very good.
All right, the pace is definitely picked up, but boy, the shooting is not.
In the WNBA game?
Yep.
Or the NBA game?
WNBA game. We need the MLS scoring to pick up. Sykes is up to 12, by the way, so maybe the 18.5 is not dead yet. And she's going to the line. So she's got 13 right now.
All right, smash the like button if you're watching right now. Obviously, you're watching or listening. That'd be great. And then we're just going to hang out with you tonight, watch this game, and then get out of here. And then tomorrow, Thursday night, we got the Eastern Conference Finals, and we are definitely going to need to get some bets in for that one. What did we have as far as we got the props that dropped there, and then the Knicks favored. I mean, and they should be 4.5 points though. It's 4.5 points too much.
At 4.5, I'm taking the Pacers.
Yeah, just because they can keep it close.
Yeah, I'm not taking the Knicks at 4.5. But I mean, I like OG at 15 points. Played that already.
He smashed that for you.
15.5. Yeah, we had 21 last game. He's got the matchup that he likes, especially with Naismith guarding him at times. So I like that opportunity we got there. So, and I played Josh Hart rebounds because this idea where he doesn't start is great because he's coming in with more energy and he's actually getting his rebounds easily because he's coming in rested. So he's hit it for 2 straight games. So I'm playing the rebounds again. Prop at 7.5. I'd play it up to 8.5. Full court pass and Kiki misses a layup.
I got a question for you about the Timberwolves next year. What do they need to add and subtract in order to get over the hump?
Well, I mean, again, your second scorer was supposed to be Randall. So let's make it sure. So Randall's supposed to come in and be the second scorer. And quite frankly, he's probably going to be a scapegoat here, but he's actually had a very, very good playoffs. He hasn't had a very good series here, but he's had a very good playoffs. There's just no doubt about that. If you look at their team, Nickeil Alexander-Walker is an unrestricted free agent. They should try to keep him. We'll see if they do. But they've got some players that are ready, I think, to kind of make the next level into that bench level. So I'll be interested to see with that. They need a point guard. They need a point guard that can give them consistent scoring. Mike Conley,
old,
less than 10 guys. He's old, not there. That's why they picked up Rob Dillingham. They thought he'd be able to play. I don't think Dillingham's the answer. I think he's going to be a part-time guy at best. We talked about it many, many times. I don't know why you paid Rudy Gobert. And since you paid him, it makes 100% they really can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the team for the next 3 years. Conley's old. I mean, in this game, that might be one of the options to do, again, to go small and try to play it from there. But DiVincenzo was supposed to come. one of the reasons they picked up him was he was supposed to come and play point guard. He started the year as their point guard. That quickly did not work, and they went away from that. And DiVincenzo went to the bench, and then Minnesota started winning again. So I think they're still probably going to give DiVincenzo another chance to win the point guard position because he needs to play more minutes and needs to be consistently on there. Randall has a player option for $30 million. There's probably zero chance in hell that he's going to say no to that. So I don't think he gets it anymore. And then he's an unrestricted free agent the next year after that, 26-27. So you got to kind of look and see what kind of cap space they're going to have, which is not going to be much because of the Rudy Gobert trade. Not trade, but the signing. So because between those three players alone, that's $110 million. Jaden McDaniel comes in at another 23. Naz Reid has an option at $15 million. He could walk. But I get the sense he kind of likes it in Minnesota. So I doubt that he does. If you look at cap space, they're over the cap by $93 million. They have $900,000 before they hit the first apron space. There's not much they can do. So your only thing you can do is figure out a way to unload somebody to get a new body in here, and getting another team to generally eat different stuff, and you always giving up draft picks. I mean, that's future draft picks, 2026. They hold the rights to Detroit's. They get Detroit's first round pick if Detroit is over 11. So maybe that's a little enticing to somebody. And maybe a 2028 pick, and you get somebody to take somebody off your hands. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the plan. To me, the plan when going forward is DiVincenzo to try to get better. There's Naz Reid with the rebound. Just relax. It's a 14-point game. It's not 100.
Feels like 100.
It does feel like 100. And I'm not sure I've seen the whistle go once for Minnesota on any drive.
You're right. And one went against Ant on a ticky-tack call. So,
and so it's if that's the way you're going to get, there's probably zero chance for them to come back.
I don't know why they wouldn't give the calls to the Timberwolves to try and get a game 6 in there. Doesn't make sense to me. I got some NBA trivia for us.
All right.
If you're ready for this. So the category is the top 20 players to play the most games in the NBA. Okay, that's the category. Do you know who number 1 is? The most games ever played in the NBA.
Basic Green.
Nope. No. The Chief. You know who the Chief is?
Yes, Robert Parrish.
That's right. Number 1. Number 2 is LeBron. Number 3 is Kareem. I don't know who number 4 is.
I thought it was.
No idea who the 4th most games in the NBA played is. None. I know Moses Malone has got to be on this list somewhere.
Kareem?
Yeah, Abdul-Jabbar is 3.
Okay.
So number 4 I can't get. And then number 5, 6, and 7 is Dirk, Stockton, and Malone. Who the hell else played forever is the question. Who just played forever?
Mitch Richmond.
Ooh.
Vince Carter.
Mm-hmm. Vince Carter. Vince Carter's got to be there. All right. Richmond's not there, but Carter's got to be there. Vince Carter, number 4. There you go. You got him. Vince Carter is number 4. Yes.
Yeah, Vince Carter.
What up, Jermaine? Fuck, Mike Conley. You're talking about Mike Conley could be on this list. Actually, he's on a list for the 19th most 3-point field goals. Mike Conley is. But he's not for games played. Yeah. So we don't have that.
Go in Washington, 4-point Mystics lead. Howard 11-6. Boston 7-6. Mitchell with 12-1. Bonner with 11 points. Citron with 11 points. Sykes with 12-6. She does have 3 fouls.
Who the hell else would be in the top 20 for games played? Gary Payton, maybe? Yeah, Gary Payton. There you go. 14th. Who else played forever? That is my question.
Kiki with a big basket there.
How about Kidd? Jason Kidd. Kidd's on the list.
Those
Who
of you
else, Chat? Jamal Crawford?
21.
Oh, now you're just giving them away, Jermaine. Kevin Willis. How did I not know Kevin Willis, man? Kevin Willis played forever.
Yeah.
Kevin Willis.
I think Jermaine's looking at the list.
He is. It's pissing me off. Not really.
Because he's naming out the players.
He's not. Don't think he is. He is.
Yeah.
I think Paul Pierce played more games for the Celtics than anybody else, which was kind of mind blowing. Unless it was Robert Parrish and then him.
Kiki's got a chance to get to 22.5. She's at 21 points and rebounds.
Shaquille O'Neal? Nothing?
Shaquille O'Neal? I don't think he played for that many seasons.
No, he didn't play long enough. Neither did a lot. I thought Drexler would be on the list, but he's not.
Is McGrady on the list? But no, because he got.
There you go. I don't think he played long enough.
I don't think he played long enough. I'm just thinking of kids that were drafted.
Yeah, and then like older players too, like George, but they didn't play 82 games back in the day, so I don't know if that would have happened.
Green's got to be on that list.
Huh?
AC Green's got to be on that list.
AC Green is not on that list.
Does this include playoff games?
It says right. I don't know. It just says games. What the hell else could it have been? Chris Mullen? No. He wasn't there. Mark Price? No.
Is he on there?
No. No, he's not. Who's played for just forever?
Terrence Shannon's in the game.
Terrence Shannon did not play the most games in the NBA.
No, but he's in the game now early. So let's see if I can get my 5 points, because he may play a long time. Now you can see that you're 19. This is what you couldn't do. 14 was okay. You could kind of go through and battle it off. Second goal in Inter Miami. Suarez score, Messi assist.
What other teams have been there for just forever? Like the Celtics, I would have thought had more. I mean, did the Knicks not have anybody that played a long time?
Would be Patrick Ewing,
but he's not there. He's not on the list.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to really be on the list. But yeah.
There's probably some obscure guys that I'm missing right now. I don't think Olajuwon played long enough. No.
Shocking. Another foul for Minnesota.
Michael Jordan didn't play near as long enough. Pippen's not on the list. Any Washington Wizards / Bullets?
None of them play in the league that long.
Yeah, they all sucked.
Yeah,
maybe a long time ago they were good, but
yeah.
That'd be about it. Detlef Shrimp is not on the list.
Really? Toronto scores? Come on, Philadelphia. Can't be doing that.
Oscar Robertson? Nope.
Don't think he played long enough. Chris
Nope.
Paul?
Maybe. Oh, that might be good. Yeah, there you go, buddy. He's like number 12.
Okay.
Good job. Tim Duncan? Yep, Tim Duncan's there, just ahead of Jason Kidd. All right, so now we're thinking a little bit better.
I still find it hilarious that you're allowing Caruso to guard Naz Reid.
Ooh, that was a
There's
big
Jared
one.
Shannon for 3. We need 2 points now for the rest of the game for us to cash the +1.
Let's go. Any Sixers? Because Irving couldn't have done it. Julius didn't play in the NBA long enough.
Oh, all right. Of course, there's another foul called against Minnesota. And they're going to the line and they're getting every foul. The only issue is you wonder why the league would do this. Because like you said, it's not a question that, you'd want it to have. The finals is a finite date. So the finals starts June 5th.
It's a week.
Series could be done. You want to talk about the worst thing you can have for your team is have a lull between that and the end of your season because people forget about it and just go, it's the same issue that you have with college football. It's like, okay. This is still going on? Okay. All right. I'll tune in. Your heavy NBA sports guy is going to tune in, but your average fan is going to be like, okay, I thought this was done a week ago.
I got a guy, Clifford Robinson. I thought it was going to be David Robinson, but it was Clifford Robinson. I remember him with those Portland teams. Him and Drexler. Cliff Robinson was good. All right, so I got another one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 13 of 20 so far.
Yeah. We got the Mystics up 10, 5 minutes to go. A little hooted and hollering. Sykes is up to 14 points and shooting 1. Chance to get to 15. So the 18.5 is not dead.
How about Bob Cousy?
Fever have trouble scoring here. Mitchell's 3 of 11. Boston's up to 9 points, 6 rebounds. Howard hasn't really scored. She's got 1 point in the second half. 5 minutes ago. And there we go. Cash the both teams to score and enter. There we go. We'll take that. Finally, an MLS win. 3-1 Miami. And that's over 2.5. And both teams to score. So hopefully that goal stands. Because it's soccer, you got to wait till they kind of kick it off. Randall gets completely killed down low. No call. Don't worry. Next ticky-tack call is going to happen. And Holmgren's going to go right into Reed. OKC is destroying them, and Reed has forgotten how to dribble the basketball or something. I don't know. He now has 4 turnovers. Another ticky-tacky foul, and he's going for and 1 here for Jalen Williams.
All right, I don't think we're getting the rest of these, by the way.
A little shocked on this. Yeah.
I don't think we're getting the rest of these names. 13 out of 20 ain't bad, but.
Yeah, Kiki gets her 22.5. She's got 16 and 8. So those you took the bigger number that went up 2 points on the points and rebounds. She hits it easily. So very good game. She's on close to possibly somehow pulling out a double-double this game. And you've got an 11-point Mystics lead. Sykes is up to 15, by the way. Citron's got 11.
I'm just marinating on this goddamn list. It's driving me nuts. Derek Harper? Nope.
Ron Harper?
Mark Jackson. I got Mark Jackson.
That's probably a good one.
Yep. He's number 20.
Go with Ron Harper.
Ron Harper? Nope. He did play for a long time though. There's no doubt. Brad Daugherty, no, because he left. Mark Price and Craig Elo. Elo can't be on that list. Man, this was a tough one.
I quit as well, especially with the way the ref had. I would have already had a technical foul. With the way this ref has been calling this OKC game, I would already had a technical foul because every drive that's going in is no foul for Minnesota. Let's go up against three guys. Caruso's allowed to play physically out in front, and you watch on the other side, and they're getting called for every ticky-tacky shit. So I would already had a technical foul in this game.
All right, here we go, buddy.
Doesn't deserve this win, but right now this is really being refed one way. So
here's the guys we didn't get. Kevin Garnett, number 9. Reggie Miller, Kobe Bryant, Buck Williams. He was with the Bucks, if I remember correctly, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay. And then you've got Andre Miller. How did we not get Andre Miller? Elvin Hayes, Ray Allen. Elvin Hayes is an old one, man. He was the Bullets guy I was trying to think of. And he was there. All right, so what do we got? 36-14. I mean, how are you supposed to cash any overs when a team has 14 points 15 minutes into the game?
The over would be
no, I'm talking about for a player.
For a player? Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
how the hell are you cashing over when the team that you got a couple overs on has 14 points in 15 minutes? I mean, this is just gross, man. I don't even want to watch this thing.
Well, SGA's got 5 assists already. So we need 3 more to cash. Caruso's got 6 points already. We need 3 to cash. I mean, at this point, I would really almost take Aaron Wiggins, Dylan Jones, any of those guys would be a bust play for me.
Are they going to put him in?
Yeah, they're all going to play. Especially Wiggins, but you got to see if someone will actually give you Wiggins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are they going to put the bets in? They're going to put the players in so that we can bet on them. I don't know. Here we go again. Blowout City. Blowout City.
Really, again, just Minnesota should have a couple more points because there should be a whole lot more fouls called on OKC. So one team's got to play like they're holding a glass slipper, and the other team has to basically gets to maul the guy. Wiggins is in now too, so that's probably why they pulled it. There's Ant. That's just a forced 3, which is a terrible shot.
I got a.
I'm going to play Dante DiVincenzo over 5.5 points.
Dante DiVincenzo over 5.5 points. Okay. What do you like about DiVincenzo here? He's going to get extra minutes or what?
Yeah, I think he's going to get extra minutes. They're going to pull Conley. DiVincenzo is going to get a chance to play. And towards the end of the game, when they're out of it, he's going to play. So Edwards finally gets a call. First call going to the rim. And you got to push off right to even start on the last play, but there's no call there. So.
Was I supposed to throw that in the chat? Because I will.
Yeah, you can throw it in the chat.
DiVincenzo 5.5 points. And what was the juice?
It was minus 122, but it's moved now.
Well, now it's 6.5 plus 105. I don't think we can put it in.
I still see minus 5.5 and minus 130.
Would you put that in?
Yeah, I'd put it in. I feel strong on that.
Okay.
OKC is shooting only 53% for the field and 3 of 10 from 3.
This is just a joke, man. Absolute joke. Way to not show up with your season on the line.
Again, watching body language. When I watched the first 2 drives, they didn't get any calls. They missed the shot. They turned around. He didn't get any calls, and then I think they should have. Yeah. Down Pla, there's nothing really going on right now. I mean, MLS is at 10:30, but that's about it. There's nothing to get on in this game unless you can find some backup players to get on.
This could be a short show.
There's no. I mean, you have WNBA is ending, so there's nothing to get on there. It's a 7-point game for the Mystics, so most likely Sykes isn't going to shoot. She's 1 for 2 from 3. We needed her to hit one more 3. It's a nice block here for Shakira Austin. Mitchell had 3 more points, but yeah.
I mean, the Ant-Man's just bitching about not getting calls, which he's right about, but still, it's just.
That's right. I mean, but it's.
I told you this was going to be an ass whooping, man.
I mean, McDaniel's getting frustrated already. That's why. That was just a foul. That was okay. You're going to turn, spin, and I'm going to throw you to the ground.
All right, we got 2 baseball games starting up here in a couple minutes. Yankees, Angels. If you didn't tail already, Maddie is on the Angels run line +1.5. I don't know where the juice is sitting now. It was -118 earlier today, so it might be quite a bit more than that, but he's on the run line. And then I want to bet the Seattle team total, but I don't want to bet 5 runs. So
yeah, Sykes is 17. We're not dead yet on the 18.5. We're definitely not dead. She's come out and really ball hogged it. And they're up, so. Oh, there you go, Philadelphia. Tie the game. Cincinnati takes the lead, too. That's good for me. All right, who got the goal? Who's still in the game?
They should probably just sit Julius Randle for the rest of the game. Just get his ass out of there. What a mess. 48-20. They should just mercy rule this shit. But if you're OKC, you want to play these guys because they're going to have that week off. You also don't want to get them hurt, but this is just a joke.
Everyone's going to set Shannon Cash, by the way. There's your 5 points.
Good job.
+110. Hey, we got Mel coming here back, but
what she got?
Too, so
try watching. Okay, here's the deal, Mel. I hate that hockey is in the South. This is just a personal thing of mine. Hockey should not be in Florida. No professional sport should be in Florida but the NFL. That's it. Nothing else works there. The next thing I would say, oh, and by the way, KG took the Mystics -6.5 live. Okay.
Yeah.
Second, Florida, get Florida out of there. And then they shouldn't be in Carolina either. They need to get that shit out of there. And I'm sure it's a lot better product, but I'm just going to watch this game.
From a previous season ticket holder, I'm going to go with I completely disagree.
Oh, and I'm sure you do. The farthest south they should have a team is the Washington Capitals. And that's it. Move Minnesota. I want 2 teams in Minneapolis. I want 1 in St. Paul, 1 in Minneapolis. Call them the North Stars.
Do you know how many ice rinks and everything they have in Florida? Do you know there's more hockey tournaments in Florida for you?
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. They still shouldn't have hockey there.
Just
like Arizona. I'm glad they failed. Get that shit out of it.
My nephew and niece playing there. My nephew's playing juniors. So they're really big into hockey. So my brother's side of the family is much more into hockey, where his daughter played travel. And when I mean play travel, she flew down to Miami to play with a team for games on tournaments on the weekends from Richmond, Virginia, every other week to go through. She went to the Carolina Hurricanes, played on their academy team, and there had a live-in family for a year. So hockey from a youth side is played tremendously. They built so many youth massive arenas down in Tampa and Florida and Miami and Boca and Jacksonville, yes, kids can't skate most of the time, but they can always come in there to go to the ice rinks and different things of that nature year round. They also play a lot of outdoor hockey on regular skates that you can go through. So, I mean, I do kind of disagree and say there just can't be hockey in Florida.
Mel, there's nothing stupider than they shouldn't have hockey in X place. Yeah, but if you're right, it can be a stupid take. That's fine. I'm right. They shouldn't have hockey down there. Put minor league hockey down there. I don't give a shit. Keep it up. More Canadian teams. They just don't have enough money to keep these teams up. Yeah. Moose Jaw. Let's go.
Panthers power play goal 2-1. Let's go. We're not dead here yet.
Are you on the Panthers, right? What's Mel on tonight? I don't even know what Mel's on.
I don't know.
Mel, what are you on? Should I hop in on the Panthers live? It's 2-2. There is one thing stupid. I'll keep watching this blowout basketball game.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one, Mel.
I definitely will sit there and say, yeah, it's kind of.
I mean, they're going to have a hard time. They're not even going to get to 40 in the first half. They'll be happy to get 35. All right, so it's 2-2, and the Panthers are heavy favorites, minus 155. I can't bet that. What do you guys think of that? What does the chat think of the total? 7.5 at plus money. That's got to be up over the pre-flop.
What's the total?
7.5 plus money.
Oh. What are we in the second period?
Yeah, what was it? What was it? 6.5 did it close at 6.5?
Couldn't tell you. I didn't look at the total, so
right,
I'll leave that up to Mel.
I'll look at it now. I'll go to unabated, see what the total is. The total was 5.5. So there's no way I'm betting it two goals over that.
Oh, that's a new one.
No, now I'm just not going to watch out of principle. I'm not watching out of principle. That's it. I'm done with it. All right.
Yeah, he would rather watch the 28 shellacking. Caruso's got 8 points, by the way. We need one more point to cash.
All right. That'd be good.
And McDaniels throws it away.
Noah's going to end up with a goose egg. All right. So I got this parlay that is 50 plus 54,425. Okay. So I hit, it's how many baseball legs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a 10-leg baseball parlay. Okay. Hit the first 5. The Cardinals are up 6-4. I need them. The Phillies got rained. Did the Phillies get rained out? Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. The Reds are trailing the Royals 2-1. I need the Reds to come back. The Cubs are leading. The Blue Jays and the Rangers are scoreless. This could actually start to be a sweat if the Reds get their shit together. $10 to pay $3,334.50.
Come on. Damn it, Cincinnati. Gave up a goal 1 minute to go. All right, come on, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Come on. Blow the whistle. Come on, let's go.
How do you create a channel in Discord?
Right click, create channel.
Okay.
So
forum, right? It'd be a forum.
So did you already create your channel?
Oh, I think I need to do it again because I just fucked it up.
Okay, so it says create text channel.
Yep. Should it be text?
Yes.
Okay, that was my problem. Okay. And that's it?
Okay, so as soon as you create text channel, I'll ask you, do you want a text or do you want a voice? And put the channel name and then hit create channel. And then
All right, I think I did it.
Yeah, and then make it whether it's viewable or not viewable.
Okay.
Yep.
I think
Live.
I did it. I'm not sure that I did it, but I think I did it.
All right. Sykes goes to the line. She's up to 18 off the freebie. Can she get to the line again to get us the 18.5? Well, she's going to throw the ball away here, which is not going to help.
The fucking Reds cost me $3,000. I'm going to be pissed.
You bet $3,000 on the Reds?
No, I bet $10 on a fucking 10 team parlay.
Okay.
And I hit the first 5. 2 are looking really good. 2 are still to play. And the Reds are down 2-1 in the 7th. Oof.
Yeah, I generally play Hunter Green's strikeout numbers under. All right.
Hunter Green, I really didn't like today either.
Yeah, we cashed Philadelphia Union, so we're going to go 2-1 on MLS. The other MLS play we have is Columbus and Nashville. Both teams are scoring over 2.5, and it's 1-1 at the 71 minute mark. So we just need one more goal by anybody, and we'll cash that. And then we have a half unit play on Seattle and San Diego, and that's still being decided. So we got 56 seconds for Sykes to try to get 1 point here. Missed explain some defense. Cincinnati screws me. Can't give up a goal with 2 minutes to go. DeWanna Bonner throws up some bullshit stuff. Sykes is going to come dribble down. Let's see if she can get fouled. And they're going to give the foul, and Sykes will go to the line. She needs to make 1 out of the 2.
Reds down 3-1 now. That parlay is going to go up in flames. Flames, right. I say.
Can Sykes hit 1 free throw here? If she does, we get the 18.5. She does. She hits 1 out of 2, and that's 19 points for Brittany Sykes. And
right. Nice work.
We'll take the Brittany Sykes win. We're not going to get the threes, but we'll take that.
Fox, have you been out to a bar or a club in the last 10 years?
10 years? Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
When we worked for Morgan Stanley, we used to get out at night at like 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday night, most of us would all go out and go grab drinks. So I had a good time.
I was just thinking, like, I wonder if I went out to a club, what would happen? I haven't been out to a club or a bar.
Now that's a bar.
Probably 10 years. It's been actually 2015.
I probably haven't been to a club since, well, technically Cancun. I was at a bunch of clubs, so I can't say to 20 years. So before that, it was before Cancun last year. It was probably a good 20.
I'm feeling pretty good about my YouTube short OKC minus 3.5 SGA 30 plus. But the question is, does he get 30 if he only plays 3 quarters?
Yep.
They're up by 30.
That is the question.
Good Lord. This is just, I mean, maybe I should turn this off and just go to the hockey at this point. They don't want to move that total off of 7.5.
Nope. DiVincenzo's in the game. He's wide open. And he's not going to take the 3. All right, someone's got to be wide open, guys. This is basic math. 2 guys are on you. Move the basketball.
2 guys are on Ant at all times. He's thrown up fucking 40-footers, it seems like. I mean,
I mean, you already got
OKC might as well just start handing out the shirts, Western Conference champions.
It's going to be the longest 43 seconds of basketball history. Yeah, because it's a foul here, a foul there. All right, Kelsey Mitchell gets the layup. That's fine. She gets the 14. I'd love for her to get to 15. That would be very nice for me. Can Sykes shoot a 3 for no apparent reason? Yeah, it's going to be one of the longest 50 things. Yeah, I admit. I mean, Sykes is going to get to 20 points now because she's the only one getting fouled.
All right, I'm going to head upstairs for 1 sec. I'll be back and we can BS during halftime.
Yep. 21-9 for Sykes tonight. Shakira Austin gave him 13 points, but she only played 15 minutes total. So. All right. Fever are still trying to do something. And it's going to be a Kelsey Mitchell missed layup. And Citron's going to get fouled here, so she's going to get a chance to go to the line. She's got 11-7. She definitely hasn't scored that much. Should have just killed the Terrence Shannon bet. That should have been like, here, we're going to take $9 million on this. Also, a bet you can kind of consider in baseball that a lot of people aren't playing is Sandy Alcantara unders. Under is out. The books are still pricing him as if he was a great pitcher, and he's been terrible. So he doesn't go again. He gets knocked out. Sporting with another one. Citron hits her 2 free throws. She gets 13. Can she somehow get to 15? That'd be really nice. Dante DiVincenzo's got 3, by the way. He just needs 3 more to get the 5.5. And Randall once again screws it up. I mean, you got to see they're not playing with any energy at all. They're just like, whatever. "26 seconds to go." You have a lot of girls with Fever shirts in Baltimore. They're running in there. Little girls with Caitlin Clark shirts, Indiana shirts are definitely not happy. Dewana Bonner gets fouled. Like I said, this 45 seconds, someone said, is 9 minutes. 3-2 for Florida. Let's go. Let's get this. This has got to be absolutely humiliating. 20 points for SGA, 15 for Holmgren, 15 for Williams. There's no way I would blow out and play at all. I mean, there's not a. I know you want to keep these guys there, but there's not a chance I would roll any of these guys out the third quarter. They will, but I would be like, nope. Yeah. No Wiggins, no nothing. Can't get any live extra plays. So I'd be like Terrence Shannon, 6 points. I'd love to know what I could get Terrence Shannon in the third quarter for 6 points. Because I think he gets 6 points. Because I can't see Minnesota throwing their guys out there. That's it. Cash the Columbus Crew. 2-1. There's another both teams to score. All right, so we hit Inter Miami. We hit Philadelphia Union. We lose NYFC. We hit Columbus. We've got Seattle left to go through. But so far, good MLS day. We'll take it. It's a 12-point game, and the Fever are still fouling. No, they're fouling. They're fouling with some pure scrubs into the lineup right now. So, not sure why, but okay. 3-2 Florida. What number? We still needed an empty net goal, and we're looking for the other one. Yeah, Mystics win by 6 because DeWanna Bonner shoots a 3 with 1.2 seconds for no reason. She doesn't dribble it out. She shoots a 3. DeWanna Bonner ties Brittany Sykes for most points scored in this game. And it's only a 6-point lead. I'm sorry, KG. You had 6.5, didn't you? I'm sorry, KG. Oh, that's a gut punch. But you got the pre-flop where you had points too. Where you see Shannon 12, 106, 15, 270. If you tell me bet 365, I'm going to be pissed. I mean, the only thing I've got on FanDuel is Isaiah Joe to score 10 points. Good win for the Mystics. Bad loss for the Fever. Game specials on FanDuel. Where's that? Oh, under game specials. All right. Well, Shannon has what, 5? I'd like to play 10. Shannon has 5. He's 2 or 3. Thunder to win by 40. That's a game special, plus 260. Oh. You've got to think that's a possibility. Put a half unit on the 12. Okay. I just put $10 on Thunder to win by 40 with the Knicks tomorrow. So I'll tell you on that. I'm fine with that. I think it's going to be tough for him to get there, but if we're getting a decent price, 106, I'd like the better number. Again, I would like 10. That's the number I would like. They're throwing that extra. Oh, and they just made this minus 138. Okay, so the only bet you can play is him to get 15. I'll throw $5 on that. Plus 225. I'm not even really sweating that out. I mean, I don't know what they're going to say here at halftime. The game's over. I mean, really, that's basically what they should say. The game is over. Go watch NYPD Blue. Something. There's really not much left here to watch. If you want to bet third quarter, like Jalen Williams to score 6 points in the third quarter, okay, but he's going to do it by only shooting threes. If any of their players drive, I'd be absolutely shocked. I mean, you could get Jalen Williams to score one more three at minus 106. That's probably the best bet I like on the board.
I just got busted. Busted.
For what?
Zyn nicotine pouches.
Oh, I was going to say, you really shouldn't be watching porn on your break.
I'm not a big porn guy.
Okay.
I don't like the porn.
All right.
I did when I was younger, but who needs it now? I'm 50. I don't need that shit.
I mean, the one bet I do like is Jalen Williams to score 1-3. I'll take that for a half unit.
I refuse to bet anything in this game, and you're going to cash it, I hope.
I'm going to.
I mean, what do we got here at halftime? 65-32. My God.
Yeah, it's just disgusting.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Well, Nasrid has 4 points. I mean, we got that going for us. Holden left while Florida minus. I mean, I got busted for nicotine patches.
Okay.
I feel like it's not a big thing.
Well, to me, I would say it's not smoking. It's like trying to stop smoking.
And it's not chewing.
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes for 1 year during college. And that was it. And I got strep throat, and I tried to have a cigarette, and I never touched it again.
Well, Colorado scored a run. Yankees are up 1. Goldschmidt with the hit.
How do you move a channel up in Discord?
Easily.
Can you do it for me? Can you pull stocks up again over DFS?
Yeah, let me see.
I'm a fucking mess tonight. Total mess.
You want stocks where?
Up above DFS.
Where's it at right now? Like what's up?
All the way at the bottom. Below voice channels.
Pop out and come back in. It's below voice channels?
All the way down at the bottom.
Okay, I don't see it there, but that's fine. That's probably just my view that I have on. So you want this
up above the DFS because no one talks DFS anymore.
Okay, but you don't want this on.
I'd rather play baseball DFS and bet.
What category do you want this in?
Just by itself.
Okay, so
move it up above DFS and below Fugazi fighting. What the fuck is Fugazi fighting, by the way?
I don't know. It's something you guys created.
Wrestling.
I don't have permissions.
Okay. I have no idea how to do it.
Oh, all right. So I'll show you. I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
All right. So go on the top where it says your team name and you have a little bit arrow that goes downward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In that you're going to have basically, I'll say invite people, server settings, create channel, blah, blah, blah. All right. So what you're going to go to is, hold on, I'm just doing it real quick myself.
By the way, welcome into Nuke the House. We're doing it's a 30 something point game. What is the score? 65-32. So I'm asking Foxy how to do this Discord, and I'm telling everybody how I got busted for Zyn nicotine pouches.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
You know what it was? It was, what other secrets do you have?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, again, I would take that as smoking versus, hey, you have something different.
Yeah, I don't smoke. Smoke is disgusting.
All right. So
How many, in all seriousness, how many people in the chat smoke cigarettes? I don't know anybody. Like, none of my friends smoke cigarettes. I don't know any friends that smoke cigarettes.
All right, they moved it. Hold on. All right, so they moved it where we used to go. All right, so the way they do it right now, just click on it and drag it.
That's what I tried to do.
So if you just grab it and then stick it to wherever it's in. So what is its subcategory? So like right now, I only see it in suggested.
No, it's down under at the bottom called Stocks Down NASDAQ.
All right, so that's where they moved it. Okay, on the top you have browse channels. Do you have that?
Server boost, invite people. I do not see browse channels.
Okay.
It says show all channels. Edit pre-server profile.
No. Okay, so the old way used to go, you go in there, you hit into you go into server settings. Under server settings, there would be a channel list, and then you grab it and you rearrange your setups. So that's the way it used to be, but that is not
how it is anymore.
Showing. So I'm trying to do it on
directory. No,
it's not going to do that. So the way I do it on mine is I grab it and I just move it. If you want to make me an admin real quick, I'll do it real quick. And
I don't even know how to make you an admin.
You just adjust my server setting.
Oh my God. It's just too much. I'm just going to deal.
Okay.
These guys are just going to have to deal with it. Go down to the guys. It's not that tough. Just go down to the bottom. It's really not that tough to scroll to the bottom.
Yeah. I still don't see it in that view, so I'm trying to figure out.
That's wild. Because right below voice channels. You got to stop. You started late, about 16 years you've been smoking. Oof. DV gnarly, weed and an occasional cigar. Can't you go to like prison for weed in Texas?
I still don't even see your channel.
All right. Well,
I might not be. Who'd you give permission to?
I have no idea.
Like I only see it in my suggested. And hold on, let me see if I see it on my phone. Which has a different view. No, it doesn't.
All right.
So I took it out of my suggested, and I don't even see it anymore.
All right, they'll have to deal with it. That's it.
Yeah, because I can adjust mine. I just grab it, and then it gives me a little green arrow, and then I just move it wherever I want to move it.
Yeah, I can't do that for some reason. Honey, are you dipping? No. Zen nicotine pouches.
Yeah, but okay. People take those to quit cigarettes.
Exactly. But I don't smoke cigarettes either. I don't. It's not a big deal to me. I think it's more the whole, are you keeping secrets?
Well, correct. But yeah, but that does kind of, you got to feel a little weird.
What?
To have Zen nicotine patches if you don't smoke.
Yeah. I mean, I got all this court shit that I'm doing right now, so it's helping me just mow through it.
Okay.
It's all just right. Edit channel. Maybe that'll help me move it up.
All right. Seattle's up 1, so that's good for our bet.
Seattle WNBA.
Seattle Sounders.
Oh,
the WNBA game is over.
Everything's over except for the hockey game.
Yep, that's the only thing in play is the hockey game.
And then I need the Reds to score a run to keep this parlay alive.
Yeah, we need OKC to win this third quarter.
And we need OKC to win the third quarter. Okay.
Well, we played that before, so yes.
Oh yeah. Yes, I mean, you want to talk about feeling like a fucking schmuck. These guys go out and lead by 30 something in the first half, win every third quarter, and then they don't cover for us in this quarter. That would suck.
Yep.
That would be. I'm going to take the rest of the day off of betting. I'm going to take tomorrow off of betting is what I would do if this doesn't cash. I'm taking the day off of betting tomorrow. I'm not placing one goddamn bet. It's not happening. But this is we could not have asked for a worse basketball game tonight.
They're yelling, "We're not done yet." Are you kidding me?
SGA said that. We're not done yet. Yeah. Because they're not done yet. They got another 24 minutes to beat the shit out of them.
This is the part where Hardenstein takes everybody and says everybody was against me today. So now I'm going to get extended minutes, and I'm just going to score easily because they're not going to be playing any defense on me.
What if it's a 50-point blowout when it's all said and done?
Well, you had plus 260. I had played around with the Knicks. I took that for $10.
What?
With the Knicks money line. OKC to win by 40.
That's it?
There was OKC to win by 50 too. I took the minus 32.5 too.
Oh my God. Minus 32.5. That's when you're digging, buddy.
Well, I was going to take the Knicks anyway, so now I get the Knicks money line.
Mel, give me the bet now, and I'll bet it right now. That means then I don't have to bet it tomorrow.
Well, we have two other bets that we were on in the Florida game, so.
Well,
we're on extra time and empty net goal, and we're at Florida as an empty net goal. Plus 110 for an empty net goal.
Plus 110. Should I bet this? I mean,
and still no foul for him.
Where do you find empty net goal?
MGM, and it's in the main page. I don't think it's there when we go on live. Yeah.
Come on, SG.
Pretzel showed me where it was. I had no idea it was there.
All right. Empty net goal.
Mel says she has a best bet for tomorrow.
I know. I just said, just give it to me now so I don't have to bet it tomorrow. I don't want to bet anything tomorrow. I'm taking Keg's taking a month off. I'm taking a day off.
It's going to be Edmonton money line. I'm going to take 2 weeks off. So.
Because you're going out of town.
Yeah, there is no betting where I'm going. So
I don't think I'm going to bet during my wedding. So I'm going to take 2 more days off.
So she's questioning if there's a wedding. So.
Yeah. Trying to think if I have any other secrets I can tell her, but I don't think I have any secrets.
Okay.
Pretty open guy. Like I'm an open book here.
That's good. It's a good thing to have.
Yeah, I say everything that's on my mind, unfortunately, except for Zen nicotine pouches. Yeah, I don't see the empty net goal.
Time is 6 straight points.
Well, looks like they're going to cover the 1.5, but I don't want to.
Matt says he only offers it pre-flop. So Hardenstein's up to 8 points and 4 rebounds, which means he's pretty much shitting on everybody.
Well, then if it's an empty net goal, then we might as well just take the puck line. Second intermission. Maybe Caroline can come back and I can hop on them, but if not, that's it. But Mel's not even giving me the play for tomorrow. It's got to be Edmonton again. She loves Edmonton.
She's holding it to you. She's making you wait for it.
Oh, she's making me wait? I'm way past. Girls used to do that in high school and even the first couple of years of college. That's over. There's no more waiting. There's no more. We know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Sure.
The last girl to make me wait was my wife to be. And before that, I don't remember any women that made me wait. It must have been 30 years. By the way, sometimes I say to myself, Foxy really missed out on all these beautiful women and the Tinder stuff. And then I think to myself, he's just a happy guy. You don't got to worry about any of that shit,
Yeah, like, there's a pro and there's a con.
So there's a lot of cons, but the pro really outweighs everything else.
It does.
It does. Like, you don't got to worry about it. You don't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
The only thing is you're not banging a lot, but it's not important to some people.
Right now, the con is Hardenstein is shitting all over our PRA.
Yeah, but he's going to win us the quarter bet.
It's 8-8.
Yeah, well, just keep scoring, bro. It's 8-8.
I'd be happy if SGA can get to 25.
I need him to get to 30.
Yeah, I'd be happy if SGA can get to 8 assists.
If SGA gets to 30, YouTube.
I don't even know what he's doing out there. So I'm in one more MLS bet. We're gonna take Vancouver.
Yeah. How are you doing in it tonight? How are you doing?
We're 3-1.
I gotta fucking tail this. Vancouver what?
Vancouver money line plus 120.
Vancouver money line plus
Hardenstein again.
Vancouver money line plus 120. What is the Vancouver team name? The Sounders or the Rapids? The Sounders of Seattle. Are they like the Rapids or something?
That's Colorado.
Oh yeah, my kids wear Rapids jerseys. What the hell?
Here, I'll give you 5 guesses. You're never gonna get it.
The Inuits.
I'll even give you the letter insertion. W.
Give me a letter.
W.
The Whitecaps.
Correct. You looked it up.
No, I didn't. Look, I got Seattle and San Diego up. I've heard of the Vancouver Whitecaps. I just had no idea. Where do I find this damn game though?
MLS 10:30.
10:30. Maybe these are. There we go. I just got to click on MLS. There we go. Okay. So Vancouver plus
120.
120. All right. I'm in. I did not know San Jose was the Earthquakes.
Yep.
And I don't. Is it Minnesota United?
Yep. That's who they're playing.
What other teams are there?
DC United, Columbus Crew.
DC United was crazy crowds, man. They love their soccer in DC.
MLS is drawing very nicely. San Diego's the new team.
That didn't surprise me.
Nope. And there's new clubs. There's 2 new clubs happening. So you get San Diego, and then you're going to turn around and you get who do you get the next year? Who's the MLS expansion? I want to say it's a Canadian team.
Is it Montreal?
They already have Montreal.
Toronto? If they don't have a Toronto, they got to go to Toronto.
No, San Diego FC is the last one in 2025.
San Diego. Okay. The only thing that was, you know what? That was the XFL team. They used to take those cups and they used to make a big snake out of it. It was disgusting. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. Karl Anthony Towns questionable for tomorrow. Left knee bruise. He's got to play. I mean, he's already got the label that he's a pussy.
Orioles got 2 men on, 2 outs. Ryan Mountcastle up. Down 2 runs.
Oh, Messi scored.
Yeah, he scored and he got a goal and assist.
How many games does he play?
And the Orioles lose. And the Orioles lose.
Does Messi just play some games or does he play every game?
He plays most games when he was healthy. They were going after the CONCACAF. And
is he still like a top 20 player in the world?
No.
He's not. So when he was in the World Cup, winning the World Cup, was he a top 20 player? He played like the best player in the world.
Yeah, but the World Cup was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. But he was a top 20 player. He might have been the best player a couple of years ago.
I don't think he was the best player. I don't. I think he was still a very good player. He can still pass guys open. He could still has an incredible curl on his shot. But no. He doesn't have the breakaway speed that he used to have. I mean, he doesn't draw fouls the same way he used to. So no.
Okay.
And the Cardinals win.
All right, couple games here.
Over.
Yankees leading the Angels 1-0. Goldschmidt doubles and scores. And then a little surprise here. Washington up on Seattle 2-0 in the top of the third. I am surprised Trevor Williams has been perfect there too.
The clothing store Hot Topic? Yes. I remember the clothing store Hot Topic.
I've never been in it, but what was it? Wasn't it a girls' clothing store?
Girls' store, yes.
And why are you saying that, Tim? I mean, this is just completely random. I kind of like it. Why are you asking us about Hot Topic? Do you remember the buckle? Is the buckle still out there?
All right, SGA's got 7 assists. And he's 1 more assist to cash.
Oh, it's a goth store. Okay.
Caruso's
that's a real niche.
We need 1 point from Caruso, 1 assist from there. We're not even looking at the Minnesota side. That's not happening. I mean, we need DiVincenzo to shoot 1.
Naw has no points, a rebound, and an assist.
Yep.
And SGA probably ain't gonna get me my 30, is he? That son of a bitch.
He's still in the game for whatever reason.
Well, I mean, they're not gonna lay down and just not play him, even though they're up 32. You got to play him into the fourth quarter.
No, they're not. None of these guys. None of these guys see the fourth quarter at all. If they get 10 seconds in the fourth quarter, I'll be shocked.
I think they play. I think he's going to throw him out there in the fourth.
And Reed gets a block.
And by the way, we're going to lose this third quarter bet. This is going to tilt me.
Yep, they're up right now.
I'm just going to forget that any of this happened. The getting busted for Zen, the fucking game, missing out on the hockey play.
SGA is going to shoot 3 here. Nope, he's going to take mid-range. There's
Did you ever like Radiohead?
No, not my.
Never liked them.
No, not my cup of tea. Fox, I would like your honest opinion. What league in Europe do you think is most equal to MLS skill level? Well, the MLS has gotten better in previous years. It's nowhere near the Big Five and will never be near the Big Five. I would probably equate it to Austria, Denmark.
Oof.
There's some very good teams. Those teams make the Champions League.
Denmark?
And I say that is because, again, you have MLS guys. MLS is doing a much better job transferring out and being a location where young guys can go and still make it to the big leagues. You've got a ton of ex-MLS guys in the Big Five leagues in and there's always a thing. There's former MLS players in Europe that are playing on very, very good teams. So it's kind of trying to – they've done a very good job of, hey, young players can come to the MLS. Young Mexican players are choosing to go play in the MLS because they view that as a better option than playing in the Mexican league to get to the next level. So –
how many world-class Mexican soccer players are there?
Probably 6 or 7 right now.
It's huge down. They play in Champions League.
You basically look at it. You look. Tyler Adams, who's playing for AFC Bournemouth, is in the English Premier League. He also plays on the U.S. men's national team.
Okay.
Started with the New York Red Bulls when he was a young kid. He came up through their academy. He plays for AFC Bournemouth. Mattia Akabikimani played for DC United. He plays for AFC Bournemouth. Mikel Almiron started at Atlanta United, actually went and played for Newcastle, then moved back. He's back actually in MLS, but he has a cup of coffee there. So there are a lot of guys who have, and there's 12 more guys I can name. Chris Richards started off with FC Dallas. He plays for Crystal Palace. He played for Bayern for a time. Matt Turner is the backup goalie. He's the U.S. men's national team goalie. Started with New England Revolution. He plays for Crystal Palace. Brandon Austin is over there with Tottenham. So you've got a ton of guys. Alphonso Davies started with the Vancouver Whitecaps. He played fullback for the Vancouver Whitecaps. I'm sorry, he played forward for the Vancouver Whitecaps, got over to the Bundesliga, and they moved him to fullback. That was kind of surprising. Kevin Paredes started with the DC United. He plays for Wolfsburg. James Sands, NYFC player. His brother is now playing for NYFC. He'll probably move over there next time. Joe Scally, outstanding young fullback, plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Fullback?
The Liga has several guys.
Serious question. What's a fullback?
Defense.
Oh, defense.
So you call halfback, fullback, depending upon.
I didn't know that. I always did striker.
Right. If you're playing with young kids, it's going to be you're playing center mid, you're playing center back, you're playing right back, you're playing left back. Yes. When you get older, they start saying halfback, fullback, especially if that coach came from.
I'm just with the little guys.
So. Yeah.
And then hold on, do they even use striker anymore?
So overall, right now, currently playing in the top 5 leagues is roughly about 43 players that used to play in MLS.
Okay.
That are playing in the top 5 leagues. If you go down to the smaller leagues, like Eredivisie is a big league that a lot of guys end up on as their next step. You've got 14 guys playing the Eredivisie right now, which is the Netherlands league, by the way. EFL Championship, which is the next league down from English Premier League. You've got 6 guys playing on that. Belgian league has several guys playing. Portugal has several guys playing. Superliga has several guys playing. So the MLS is doing a much better job becoming an export league for young guys to go for, which is what you want, because then better young talent continues to come to you. They're never going to beat Europe or be any of those players there, but what they can be is a mix of older European players and young, very good players to get time. So, and players have progressed pretty nicely. So SGA is going to get a steal here. So there's his 25. So the 25-6 in OKC is going to cash.
Give me 5 more SGA. 5 more.
You need 4 more. It's got 26.
26. Give me 4 more SGA. Give me 4 more.
Okay.
That's all I need.
So we're still waiting to get 1 point. Randall's going to get an and 1. Timberwolves are up 24-15 in the third quarter. They finally win the third quarter, and it's not going to matter diddly. So I don't know.
That is why I'm taking tomorrow off.
English Championship, I would think for the most part is.
Hold on, I can't take tomorrow off.
Probably
better show tomorrow night. I have to bet.
If you wanted to say English League, I'd probably say maybe League One. I think the English Championship teams will beat most of the MLS teams. I think the one times they won't is when you have the MLS is allowed to basically star transfers, whatever you want to call it. I forget what they call it, transition players. And that's where they'll sometimes could beat the English Championship teams. But most of those times are older veterans of the European leagues.
Am I the only one that thinks Ann Edwards has had a shit series?
He's had series where I think he's
had 2 good games.
Deferred too easily.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times where you thought he would score a lot more, and he didn't.
Even when he scored 32, he took 26 shots. He's really had 1 good game this series.
Yeah.
So he's not the son of Jordan. He's not. He's just not that guy yet.
Yeah, I mean, the questions which you got to look at is, again, it's easy to take away Ant if no one else is really scoring. And that's where Randall was supposed to come through. Randall had a first half, and then after that, hasn't really done anything. And I think tonight would be his second best game. Yeah, he's got 21 points.
Okay.
So,
yeah, he's just not had it. Yeah, and he's 1 of 7 from 3 tonight. I mean, the whole team sucks except for Julius Randle. I mean, Naz Reid is just he has been completely taken out of this game. He's done nothing.
Yeah, he's having similar issues that he had last time when he was in OKC.
Yeah.
4 turnovers, had trouble dribbling the basketball. DiVincenzo, it's tough to cash a bet if you only take one shot and you hit your 3. I would have thought once you hit your 1-3, you'd want to come back and try to get the second one. That's just me.
Going on a think of a lot of things in this game, and it's just not happening. It's too bad.
All right, so hockey has started for the 3rd period. So for those who are tired of watching the Minnesota claw their way back in this, down 26, if they can get it down to 15 by the 9-minute mark,
then what?
They've got a chance if they get it down to 15.
They got a chance to win this game. Hit them on the money line. They don't even offer a money line right now.
I'm not saying they have a chance.
26 points, dude.
I said if they get it down to 15.
I don't know. How are they getting it down to 15 is what I want to know.
Well, the other team takes their fingers like this, goes like this.
You shove them up their ass.
And does not make the shot. Then you take 2 hands, grab the ball, come back down the court, and you go like this, and your shot goes in, then you can get it down to 15. But right now, no, it doesn't look like they're.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
I'm not saying it's there, but if you're looking from is there a chance? Yes. If they get it down to 15 at 9 minutes, which is 6 minutes to play, and you say, oh, that's impossible. It's like they're up 7 in 9 minutes. If they can get it down another 9 points, that's not impossible. It's going to be highly unlikely. But it's not impossible.
I mean, it's impossible. No book even wants to offer a money line.
I mean, that's stupid. They should offer a money line because they should be like, okay.
Like, what would we set the money line at?
The money line
40 to 1?
The money line was just there at 35 to 1.
Okay, I would have put it at 40. All right.
It was there for a second, then just went away.
I'd say once if these two teams played 40 times and every single one of those games the Timberwolves were down by this much, they'd win one of them.
Correct.
And that's because like
one
SGA would get hurt.
And one team down 14 points in 2 minutes and 41 seconds in 1,397 other attempts. All lost. Except for this playoff series. One time, one team won by down 14 and somehow found a way to win.
Yep.
And now there is there. I mean, that's what you just can't have. You like it, SGA with another basket.
Can I tell you something very odd in
SGA's
baseball?
got 28. What?
Orlando Arcia. Now, we remember Orlando Arcia. He was a really good player with the Braves for a little bit.
Yes.
He had offers from the Yankees and the Mets.
Cash it.
What?
DiVincenzo hits a second 3. Like I said, if you hit one, you may want to take another one.
Arcia had minor league offers from the Yankees and the Mets, but he accepted the major league deal with the Rockies. I mean, I guess I understand that. He gets to stay in the major leagues.
Is he playing? Is that where he went?
Yeah, he just went to the Rockies.
I mean, but he was a part-time player, though. I mean, Albies is already there. So, I mean, he was only a part-time player with the Braves. So, I mean, he wanted to go someplace where he could probably play, put up some stats, and then probably get another payday. I mean, that's the only reason you think he'd do that. So,
I think I'd have done the same thing. I don't want to play in AAA. I'd rather go to the Rockies are a AAA team, but still. All right, it's 26 points, and we were up, 33 at the half?
Is back to 7 assists. Nasri trying to get all his rebounds in one play.
Can't even get a shot up.
He got 4 rebounds, so.
Yeah,
he's up to 4 rebounds.
Yay.
He's up to 5 rebounds.
Nice.
It's only one more to cash.
We'll take it then. He almost had another rebound.
I think you're behind.
Yeah. I'm always behind you. You got the cable.
Yes. I do find it interesting that Jay Will is not in the game here, which makes it sound like you could be right. He might actually jump with this team on the fourth quarter. Well, Najee just absolutely obliterated SGA here on NBA called for an illegal screen. He's 100% moving in. It's 100% a good call, but he absolutely obliterates SGA on this play. Matthew Boyd has earned a win. Okay. Cubs won.
Matthew Boyd's a badass.
Yep. Well, most of my fantasy team are Cubs pitchers.
He also faced the Rockies, but he's been really good for the Cubs this year. Very good addition. He's a solid number 3 starter.
All right. Well, Timberwolves win the third quarter by 7. So they didn't make any more headroad in the last 3 minutes that we talked about. Now they'd only have 3 more minutes to make a 9-point headway.
Yeah. So the Thunder starters are coming back in.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think SGA is going to play.
I don't think SGA is going to play. I do think Williams is going to play.
I mean, if he falls too short of that 30, then I'm just.
Yep. Caruso is sitting at 8 points. 8 points. The entire playoffs, he's been 7.5 has been his number. They move it to 8.
Yeah.
And can't get it. So Reed's got 5 rebounds. We need 5.5. Okay. So just besides Reed's points, which is not happening. SGA 7.5 assists. He has 7. Caruso 8.5 points. He has 8. Naj Reed 5.5 rebounds. He has 5. Jalen Williams 2 threes. He has 1. That's what we're looking at right now.
I threw a parlay together with Naz Reid over 5.5 assists and Caruso over 5 points.
5.5 assists?
Yeah. Nah, points.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Reed rebounds. I need 1 rebound out of Naz Reid to hit this bet.
All right. 13 minutes to go in hockey. 3-2. Carolina on the brink of elimination.
Ooh.
Sam
I don't know. Now I got to watch the stupid basketball game to get 1 rebound out of Naz Reid. Well, and 2 points out of SGA.
The question is Naz Reid actually going to play 1 more minute of this stupid basketball game?
Please, him and SGA, just get your stuff done in the first minute and get the hell out of the game.
It's not Draymond Green, so he doesn't know what his prop is before going into the game. But yeah, we'll see.
I got a good note here from my buddy Christopher Komka, who is just this absolutely brilliant statistician that works on the Cubs broadcast. The Rockies allowed just 9 runs in their series against the Cubs, the fewest they've allowed in a series this season, and they got swept.
Yep.
I mean, you can't make.
I told you that team was dreadful.
But thank you, because looking at the record, I couldn't tell that, buddy.
Well, I mean, but I told you that even before this season began. I told you this team was dreadful.
I didn't think it was this bad.
I said
they'd lose 100 games, not 120.
Yeah, normally you sit there and say everyone's going to at least win half the games, and you're not even thinking you're going to do that.
No, this is just absolutely brutal. Rough scene. All right, we're not placing any more bets on this game.
No. I'm watching the hockey game.
I don't blame you. Well, I hope Carolina ties it up so I can get in on Edmonton, so I can get in on Florida. And then I can almost guarantee you Mel is on Edmonton tomorrow. I can almost guarantee you that's her bet.
Are you really shocked from that? Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you it.
I can guarantee she's on that.
The Rockies are 9-47. If they played 500 baseball the rest of the year, they'd still lose 100 games.
Yes.
What are
Besides
they
that,
doing?
they're ready to go.
What do they do? At least you can hit. It would be nice if they could at least hit or hit at home. They can't even hit at home. What a joke. What an absolute joke. All right, SGA's out there. Told you so. Give me my 2 points. I want my 2 points.
All right.
I want my 2 points.
Well, you get a Thunder 3 to start the game.
Yeah. Come on, SGA.
Yeah,
he hits it. All right. Want to bet. Woo! YouTube short bet cashes. My own bet, too.
Yep. Good job.
Way to go. Way to go, me. Now, can we get a Naz Reid rebound? Probably not.
No.
I mean, here's the deal. This is the difference between us and a head coach in the NBA. A head coach in the NBA does not feel comfortable with a 30-point lead with 11 minutes to play. He just doesn't. That's just the way it is. They're always thinking of the worst case scenario. So if they're up 29 with 5 minutes to play, all right, they're not coming back in. I think SGA plays a couple more minutes. The Texas offense isn't better than you pitching. Jermaine, I don't know what happened to the Rangers offense. They just got Seager back, but I mean, Simeon and Adolis Garcia have been guys that have been performers over the years. These are not jabronis. It doesn't make sense. A lot of season to go, though. I mean, over 100 games still. You know what? I think we're on the same time, by the way, in the game. Does DiVincenzo have it right now? And he just passed it to Randall?
No.
Okay.
Naz Reid has it, and he scores.
Well, maybe he could backdoor his 10 points. And on one of them, he lays it up, misses, does an Angel Reese, gets his own rebound, and puts it back. Can we just call it a Reese? How's she doing this year?
She just had a really good game the other game, and they faltered at the end.
Julius Randle's having a great game. Too bad the rest of his team isn't. He's the only guy that's played well for them.
Correct. 100%.
Is this Mike Conley's last game? How much longer is this guy going to play? Oh, SGA, you son of a buck. I don't know if I'm the Timberwolves that I'm pulling everybody. Maybe with like 5 minutes left, but I'm leaving them in to just try and.
The last thing you want is some guy to get hurt for the rest of the year.
What, for next year?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Where you run into a situation like Kyrie, who's done for.
He's done for next year, isn't he?
Yes. He's done essentially until like April.
Hold on. We got a 3-3 game in the hockey?
No. We don't want a 3-3 game.
Is that it? Am I right here? Is it a 3-3
game? Yes.
And the Panthers are still minus 150. They don't want me to bet this at all. I mean, Mel's got to be on the Oilers tomorrow.
Still not getting in this game at all. And we got the SGA assist.
Good job. All right. How about a little Panthers-Oilers money line?
How about a little Naz Reid rebound?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And Lou Dort hits it on.
Why are you even calling timeout, dude? You're down by 32. It's fucking over.
Well, because you're
now you pull your starters. If you're OKC,
you're gonna pull everybody.
You got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes in the fourth. That's the right call. get them out. If they get it under 20, you consider putting them back in depending on how much time is left. Now, do you watch Survivor or The Bachelor or any of that stuff? Because you watch a lot of weird shit.
I don't watch. The only time I watch The Bachelor is when I'm with my father. He likes to watch.
He likes The Bachelor,
but his Bachelor is the Golden Bachelor. But he watches the other Bachelor too.
The Golden Bachelor first season was good.
It was, but come on, you got to have a realization that this is not going to work.
No, now it's done. Second season was awful. And by the way, that guy turned out to be a total creep. He was like a stalker and a gold digger.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. It's one thing to have a 22-year-old going away, like or a 25-year-old or 26-year-old with some guy that she just met and kind of seeing if there's a relationship there. It's another thing when you're asking someone who's 60, has kids that are adults that live in a different area. I mean, really, the number one thing would be a bunch of. They tried to find single women, but most of them are widowed, which means they were married, they had kids. Those kids they're living in a city that the kids are in, and you have another person that's in a different part of the country, and the kids would be there. Are you doing this because you don't have any money? Are you doing this because
a lot of them are rich?
A lot of them have some money and were set up nicely, and I mean, but it was just kind of like I don't see it's not something that works in the real life. It kind of works in the paper. Which all the other dating shows you see, Love Island, all those things are just out there for clicks.
I've never seen Love Island.
They could care less.
I've never seen Love Island.
My daughter's watched it, so there's times I sit there and I've watched it with her, different things of that nature, and we've talked about that stuff and Too Hot to Handle and all that junk. But yeah, it's those shows are out there for social media clicks. They want people after the show to go find them on Instagram and like them, because if they get the number of followers, they don't need to work for a living.
Yeah,
they literally just get money from advertisers and other things because they have enough people. So they're out there finding love, my ass. I mean, they might be out there for a hookup because, again, there's also very attracted women and very attracted.
Oh yeah, a lot of attractive
that are out there.
Yeah.
So it's of course they're going to go on there to see, because they know they're not going to put.
I wouldn't mind being a producer for one of those shows and just making these people cry and do shit they don't want to do. That'd be funny.
Yeah, but it's all BS. And there, like, the only show I could actually see and think is actually have a thing, which actually has one of the best marriage levels, is Love is Blind. So me and my daughter always watch Love is Blind, and we talk about it. It's one of the things we talk about besides sports to go through, because those have actually had success. And you have people that are definitely there in some ways for the right ways. I think the producers do a better job of weeding out the people that aren't there. Like, they had this one couple that went through, and you're supposed to like go to Mexico and kind of like
Nasri, 11 points.
So he's got 11 points and 5 rebounds. So that would be a casher on the points and rebounds.
Yeah, we just need one. We got the points home. Now we just need the rebound.
So we got
one rebound, Nas, before you get pulled. One, and then I can turn this game off and watch the hockey.
Yeah,
that's it. The only reason I'm watching this game is because Nas Reed. He's the main attraction for me. Nas, get under the bucket. Stop this.
We're watching to see if Caruso will take a shot.
It just drives me nuts. These guys just stand in the corner, are not involved in the offense at all. They don't move. They fucking stand there, and they don't even try for a rebound. They just stand in the corner and then run back to the other end. Drives me insane. Drives me insane.
Again, Keg doesn't. I don't fit the aura there. Keg definitely doesn't fit the we need to type that you're putting on.
What is love on the spectrum? Is that autistic people?
I think he was just making a joke.
He made a show up.
Florida.
I really feel like no, it's a real show. I just looked it up. Love on the Spectrum. Yeah, people with she's got disabilities. Oh my goodness, that looks insane. How staged is it? It is not entirely staged.
All right, so there is a show called what's the name of that show?
Dude, Love on the Spectrum? Are you kidding me? It's amazing. Oh boy. 4-3 Florida. Let's go, Panthers. Let's go. Mel, I took the Panthers and the Oilers money lines when the game was tied with the Panthers. So hopefully you're proud of me. I'm not proud of Naz Reid, who really is just decided to just stand out there.
All right, so there's a show that used to be called Unreal. And
Unreal?
Yes. So it was a
Randall, you dick. Reid had the rebound.
A show that basically was it's a fake drama about the behind the scenes of a dating show. They called it Everlasting, but it basically was The Bachelor.
Okay.
What you don't realize in some of these shows, and they kind of showed it there, every one of these contestants have handlers.
Okay.
That feed them information about different things of, hey, so-and-so is interested. You need to be more an introvert. And then you kind of see those handlers talk to the studio producer, and the studio producer is trying to do a storyline. So the handlers are pushing the different people to go one way. Well, you need to be more aggressive tonight. And it's there. And you start to see like some of the fighting and infighting that goes behind the back of the scenes, and some of the stuff like that is talked about. It ran for like 4 seasons. It's actually a really edgy show, and it's about this one handler that's basically losing her marbles.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically is just running people into major catastrophes and shit shows, like sleeping with the Bachelor, like going through one season where the Bachelor's more interested in her than any of the girls.
Yeah.
Kind of go through, and it's actually a good drama show. So it was on for 3 years. Yep. The under 8.5 cash, Texas. Nice.
Yeah, what was it? 1-0? Did they? I'm surprised. 2-0 was the final score there. By the way, baseball board 1-0 Yankees. Kikuchi's walked 5. He's only given up. He's given up 9 base runners through 3 innings. The Yankees only have 1 run, and then we have Washington, Seattle. Which again, this is fascinating to me. The Nationals are up 5-0 in the 4th. Garcia and Bell have home runs there, and it's shocking that the Nationals have just done nothing against Trevor Williams tonight. He doesn't have a strikeout. They just can't. And I know Cal Raleigh flew out to the wall, but they've got nothing going right now. So I think we got another 2.5 minutes out of the T-Wolf starters.
So the shows I started where I watched Government Cheese.
What's that? Is that a comedy?
Kind of.
Okay.
It's a story about this black guy in the 1970s who, from a series of events, basically gets incarcerated, breaks out, and kind of creates this drill that could be a sharpening drill, and kind of like his version of trying to sell that. Mm-hmm. And it's all just about crazy events and things that happen. It's kind of that kind of weird. It's basically kind of like one of those weirdish comedy type, drama type deals. That's on Apple TV. I watch a Murderbot on Apple TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's with Alexander Skarsgård, who is a robot in the future, who had a protocol that he's hacked, and he's trying to keep that quiet from the crew that he's supposed to be protecting.
Okay.
And then he comes across this other Murderbot that has actually like killed all her crew, and he's trying to protect his crew from it without showing that he's kind of done the same thing.
Okay.
So that's pretty interesting.
Real quick, did you go back to The Last of Us and watch any of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went and I found out that what's his name came back for an episode with the flashback. So I watched that and it was really good.
Yeah.
And then I watched the rest of the series and it just sucks.
That was a filler. That was a filler.
I thought it was good. It was a good episode compared to the other stuff they've been throwing out there.
It was a filler. That's all it was. It was like nothing happened. We're just going to talk about something that you already knew.
Yeah.
And find out the date that she already knew that he killed everybody.
What's his name?
His real name?
Yeah.
See,
I'm drawing a blank too.
Starts with a G. Gerardo will know.
It's not Gerardo. Why? Because his name starts with a G. That's it. The starters are out. We are getting screwed on Naz Reid.
Yeah, the starters are not out for OKC.
No. We can just call it if you want to. We're done.
I'm fine. Give it a second here. Matt Lunan, there's nothing really to ruin in the last episode. If you played the game, they're going exactly by the game. So we're gonna start the next season. Hey, Caruso's got the ball. Let's see if he passes.
The starters are coming out for the Thunder too.
Oh, you have Jalen Williams and Caruso. There, gets it to Caruso in the paint, and he gives it up because he doesn't want to try to shoot a basket to get us 8.5.
Julius Randle stole a rebound from Naz Reid. That sucked.
Yep. Terrence Shannon trying to get us 12 points. He's got 7. Some of us have 15. What was the laugh for that?
I don't know. You said some of us have 15. It just made me laugh.
Chet Holmgren with another 3.
That's it, Fox. We're done with this. There's just
43 points.
Huh?
It's a question of whether I'm going to get my 40. That's it. That's it.
I have to stay on because you're going to get. I need to know if you're getting your 40.
Yeah, pretty much. No,
I mean, that's you know what? I hope they win by 39 because of this. That's it. Go. 39 points.
All right, let's stay under the hockey.
Pedro Pascal.
Say,
I'm gonna go change to the hockey now.
It's 3:58. We'll watch 3:58 of the hockey, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
All right, because I do have the play. So
the last 3:58 of hockey goes faster than the last 3:58 of an NBA game. You would think.
It does, especially when they're already used their timeout.
Yeah.
All right, we need an empty net goal. That's what we're cheering on here. So Pedro Pascal. So open it. If you played the game, season 3 is going to all be about Abby.
I'm not interested then. James Wood just hit his second home run of the night. I'm not interested then. I don't think it's a good show without Pedro Pascal.
It's different. So just like in the game, you stop and you have to play as Abby for a while. That's what the show is doing the same thing.
What could they do to make it good without Pedro Pascal is what I want to know. At least the love story thing kind of took a break. That was nice.
Sure.
But
sure it did.
I just don't know how they make it good again.
It was the issue that I basically said is going to be where you go, because essentially it's just revenge. Feeling sad about revenge.
They need a new star.
What's the point? I mean, you're running out of also people you find. You can always introduce someone if you want to break away from the game, but so far they've shown that they weren't going to break away from the game.
What about Denzel Washington? Just bring him in. Let him have a horrible part.
If you've played the game, you know 100% what's already going to happen. At least it's better than House of the Dragon, which is here. We're going to have 8 episodes.
I love House of Dragon. I don't care what you say. Great show.
Terrible.
Great show.
Terrible. It's a great show for people who don't want to climax. That's what the show is.
I love the climax.
We're gonna get you excited. We're gonna get you excited. We're gonna have this big battle. Big battle. Season's end.
Dude's getting eaten. That kid got eaten by a dragon.
No way. There's been no battle. You've had little bits and pieces. Okay.
I want the Ice King to come back. What's his name? What's his name? The Night King?
Yes.
I want him to come back in this one.
He doesn't.
I know, but I want him to.
But I'm just sitting and saying we've had two seasons of an epic battle, and you've got one little kind of skirmish, and that's all you've got.
I will say this, though, that one episode of The Last of Us reminded me of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
When everyone was just getting destroyed. It was really good.
I mean, but that reminded you of the one scene where they attacked the one town with the forest people, and they're there to prevent it, and the one girl turns into a white. Yeah. That I could see how you would see there. I do think some of it's a little bit far-fetched when you have. Here's the one thing I will say with the show. In the earlier scene, you had people who changed, just died. You saw them attached to the wall and they died, right?
Yeah.
Now suddenly you have people that can live underground for months, when before they were dying in 3 days. So that the part is kind of like, okay, that doesn't really make sense. Oh,
we almost had a goal.
Point blank.
I mean, that's got to go in. That's got to go in. They're on the freaking power play. Should be a 7-on-5 right now. The goalie's out, right?
There it is.
6-on-4.
Oh, he misses the empty netter.
6-on-4.
Oh, he just misses the empty netter. He misses it by a foot.
Oh,
we need the empty netter by Florida. That's first plus 300.
So what do we got? 6-on-4?
Yes.
I'm rooting for the empty netter. I do hope that you do not cash your 40 points for the NBA game. I'm rooting against you, and I hope you don't take it personally, but it is.
Right in front. Get it out. Minute 45. Oh, right off. Come on, clear it. There's the clear. All right, 37 seconds left.
This is a barrage of shots.
Yes.
Wow.
And this is Bobrovsky.
He's so good. He's just so good.
Yeah, come on, get it out.
Even though I don't watch that much hockey anymore, I do know that he's tremendous.
Nice setup. I got a good shot. Ooh, Bobrovsky
Who's
again.
the best American goalie?
Oh. Well, the issue is, where do you put Carey Price? Because he's still. Oh, that's deflected. He's out of the box. Let's go. Empty netter, Florida.
There you go, buddy. There you go. Congrats, boys, on your empty netter.
Great call, Matt. Great call.
Series over.
I'll take the
Series over. Show over.
Who is it? Sam Bennett. Let's go, boys.
All right, throw the rats on the ice.
All right, let's go. Bang, bang.
We'll be back tomorrow night. Eastern Conference Finals. New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers. Hopefully the Knicks win that game. You know what? I couldn't even hedge the over 5.5 tonight. Over 5.5 games tonight because it was such a blowout. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Hit the like button on the way out. Thanks, Fox.